picked up this diffusal blade and went for the pickoffs. Also, these duels were like not really connecting, and some of these enchant remnant saves.
That was impressive.
One of the reasons why he made the name for himself playing this hero.
Yeah, that was a crazy save there, and he is just super impressive. And then you just see the damage of waveform attacks. It's so disgusting, the damage you do when you get across a couple of these heroes. It's gross. Really, it's just disgusting.
It really is. It makes the difference once you pick up that data list. It really is a game changer. Even though they had a lot of damage on the ground, like this beautiful supernova. One thing I like about Dota, and what I liked about Dota for like good 20 years now, is how some things can seem broken or seem OP, like super strong, which makes the game like really fun to play. Like this Brewmaster now, like there's so many things that you can exploit. Find something that feels like a bug, but it isn't, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, the Enchant Remnant feels like it is definitely
there we go. It's a
bug.
feature, so.
But it is a feature. Jinkyu just doing so much. I understand that he dies there, but it's buyback, and he was able to pull the Invoker later on in this fight out of position completely. Just the rolls that he was able to accomplish, the cheese too. I believe, I don't know if he eats it or if he passes it over. I just heard the hump.
He gave it to Morphling, even though he ate it with the Spirit Vessel on, still got the full value out of it. And in the last couple of fights, Lou, unable to do much, because you have this Brewmaster, the Earth Panda, sorry, the Wind Panda, throwing you into the air with the Cyclone once
What's
or
your
twice,
prediction?
and then
For the series I had Azure. For this second game,
so
I did have
you have to do a lot of damage to your BKB duration. If you
Xtreme,
don't,
so
you're gonna get controlled.
got lucky on that one.
I think, by the way, you can stone the Supernova, which is insane. That was done in like one or two of the fights. Just that you're talking about features that are bugs.
I haven't noticed that, so I'm going to demo mode right now as we speak.
Yeah, that is insane. And yeah, Ghost, I gotta say he's the MVP just with how much he did. But JT, comeback player of the game for sure. You know, that's usually a yearly award, comeback player of the year. But it's just, man, yeah, Ghost he plays so well. Jinkyu out of his mind. Like, again, it's so hard to pick MVPs sometimes, but yeah, all right, you know what, JT, he got it. We'll give it to everybody.
Southeast Asia starts on like the 27th
seriously,
or something.
JT had like 4 or 5 deaths early on in the game, and it was insane.
Later.
He ends up with 6.
Next is South America and Eastern Europe, and then the last ones are Western EU and Southeast Asia.
And then also the ratting that he was doing with the brewlings was insane. Like, he was so amazing to come back.
I just tested it. You cannot enchant Remnant the egg. It sounded like it's super OP.
Super OP?
Yeah. So maybe it looked like it because you can like drop it down on top of Supernova and kind of removes the way Supernova looks, but you cannot do it.
Okay, so, well, it's even at 1 here apiece. We're going to at least 4 games tonight, and we're going to be coming back with Game 3 in just a moment, so we see you guys in a moment.
I'll lower the game volume.
Right back.
There we go. Still a weird commercial.
Every day for 3 years, a secret team met across Europe to hack one of the most technologically advanced cars in the world. Meet the Deloitte cybersecurity team that developed new state-of-the-art automotive software defenses, making the world safer for drivers.
I honestly thought that they were a completely different company, mainly because that was told to me by Darksteel. They were a gigantic accounting firm or something along those lines. Bum, 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 bum. How you guys been? Wilsey, you managed to withdraw the shit from your win? Dude, Earth Spirit's so dumb. Such a dumb hero. I mean, it's an amazing hero. I love the hero, but like the skill tools that he has is just ridiculous. I'm still on the trying to wake up moment. I couldn't fall asleep. I don't know why, but I just can't fall asleep early anymore. I mean, last night I did watch the upper bracket finals of Nouns, so that might be obviously a very good reason why I couldn't sleep. That series took even though it was only 2 maps, it took very long with a 2-hour the 2 games that lasted an hour. Black debuff on a freaking morphling. Brrr. Dude, the Nouns games were so hell. Like, I can't believe that they gave K1 MVP in that first game, for instance. That made no sense. Like K1 yesterday, in the late game he did really well in both games. But his early to mid game was horrible. He got caught in the most stupid of ways. And V2, I mean, that was to be expected because V2's an amazing player.
Welcome back here to the Chinese qualifiers for TI. We're in the grand final, and it is 1 apiece. Means we're going to 4 games at least, and I hope you guys got yourself a snack and you came back to your screens, maybe washed your face a little bit. But this has been a very interesting series. It's been the series of Brewmasters so far, and coming into game number 3, we'll see if this hero gets banned in the first phase, because it has been the hero of the series for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. I think if you don't have the first pick, this hero might need to go. And I also did some extra testing because we were discussing it while we were off camera, because it definitely looked like he did it, like he enchanted the egg. And when I tested it, it didn't work, but then we figured it out. Like, egg needs to be deniable. So you need to have like 2 hits left, and then you can enchant Remnant to the egg, which is pretty nuts to think about. Feature,
but really?
Yeah. Features that feel like bugs for 1,000. Thank you very much. Like, that is so ridiculous. What a insane little play there, and that ended up being what
he definitely
did.
Like the way he used it instantly. So maybe that's the big combo that they tried to, you know, execute. One of the reasons why Jin-Q also went for the app.
Wait, why did I click on Shiver? I meant to double click.
Yeah, it's guaranteed, and you don't need that extra supernova hits to keep it alive. Like, they know how to focus it. They were trying to do so the entire time. Like, in the fight that he does that, it's metamorphosis from the TB, and he's just right-click spamming it. Like, he really wanted to take it out. So let's see what we get in this 3rd draft as they go and ban that Earth Spirit. We'll see if the Brew makes it through, because if it does, it's just, that's insane.
Earth Spirit gone. Azure Ray is like, yeah, this caused way too many problems. Jinq had like super good performance on it, and now you have to figure out what needs to go. Let's see if Azure Ray wants to remove Brewmaster straight away. I mean, you can maybe remove it in the second banning phase because you have 2 bans left, unless Xtreme Gaming wants to like first pick it. That's one way to deal with the Brewmaster. Doom has always been the counter to the hero if you're the one getting the first
Bait
jump.
versus Dog Champ. I think it's gonna be Bait versus Nouns in the grand
The question
finals.
now is that Doom
I think
3
Bait's
or Doom 4? Because they could
better.
still go Brewmaster Doom, which would be kind of insane. Like, Brew is the hero of this series. I don't know if you can just ignore it, right?
Radiant team back.
They go Undying, so they'll have DY on the Undying and potentially have the Shard eventually to have
Dying
save.
versus Doom.
We've seen the strengths of this hero.
New Doom is
throughout
pretty good
the last,
because it
like, year
means
and a
that you
half.
can't
It
go
feels
for
like
like
a
Morphling
strong
at all.
hero for sure.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't think he even picked up the Shard on Undying in the previous game. Might have picked it up like
5 seconds
right
remaining.
before the game ended, but not lucky enough. Sometimes unluck happens. You don't get it from Tormentor, not blessed by Gaben. He decided to go for different items. Instead, get the Guardian Greaves. Let's see if this time Xtreme Gaming wants to pick it up early on.
Alright, Rubik. Banned out. You don't want to have the Doom stolen.
Of that Rubik. Let's get that out of here. Fly not getting a chance at that Rubik, and I think maybe banning it knowing that that first pick is
EB
there
ain't
for
bad for
Xtreme Gaming
Extreme.
as
I mean,
well.
they
You
have
want them to be able
Undying.
to steal
EB
Doom.
Undying is a super good lane.
This is also flexible pick.
Gyrocopter
for
still
Azure Ray
available.
Because there was, what, 3 games where FY played it. It was played almost, yeah, it was the only time. Like, all 3 games were played by FY. Chalice didn't play Doom at all throughout the TI qualifiers.
We'll see where they want to put it. Now you've got another pick in a second after that TA ban, and they go into the OD. OD has been very popular.
OD is
recently as
incredibly
well.
freaking strong.
We saw
this
what
batch.
it would do in game number 1 for Somnus. This time, XM's on the OD, and that, you know, he played the Queen of Pain. We said that was one of his signature heroes.
5 seconds.
I believe OD is not as up there for him.
Yeah, there was a Viper ban when they played against, when they had OD. In the first game, not sure if like Azure Ray wants to snap pick that by any means, but this is going to be very difficult to target the heroes. You have Astral Imprisonment later on when Undying picks up the Shard, so he can also provide save. Let's say you try to focus someone down, Astral into Tombstone into another Astral. Azure Ray will get the Clockwork for themselves. So still not
Clock
revealing
could, of
anything.
course,
They did play
chase
Clockwork
after the OD.
by Tian Ming, and also FY played it. So keeping things open for themselves, at least for now.
10 seconds remaining.
At least hoping to for the moment, and they go to the Lina.
Mid Lina.
Is a mid we've seen sporadically. You know, it's only been picked twice, but it's been banned a bunch. So I'm interested to see this. The Lina is an interesting pick with the changes that were
10
made.
seconds remaining.
So
I think Lina is really good
Yeah.
right now. Also having any kind of a setup
5
for
seconds
your
remaining.
LSA feels nice, so you'll have Clockwork for that. Also a hero that can outrange OD, so that's always going to be good. You see him running close.
See
Try to
Mars.
get that Astral Imprisonment.
Very good against Lina if it's a physical
But
damage
basically,
Lina.
just feels
It's a
really
magic
nice
damage
with the
Lina,
Aghanim
slightly
Scepter,
less so,
Shard,
but
Ether Lens.
you have a way to keep the.
There's
They have a
Keepers
lot
do
of
a
ways
ton
to
of
keep their
damage,
heroes
like
alive on
also the
Extreme.
buffs, the Dragon Slave, the overtime
10
damage, the
seconds
burn,
remaining.
also cancels the blink daggers, so that's a bit of a. I wouldn't say bit of a. I think that's a huge buff when it comes down to chasing people, so they can't blink out.
also knowing that that Rubik's already banned, you feel safe throwing that spear, not giving it up to anybody.
Team pick.
And there's the Mirana. That's that same combo that they were trying in game number 1. I don't dislike the combo. You also, you know, you have multiple avenues for
Ray
it,
seems
right?
to be
You've
steadier
got Astral
team,
Imprisonment,
but Extreme
the
Gaming
arrow,
can
you have the
go
spear.
further.
Seconds remaining.
pretty nice.
Yeah, I would agree.
You have so many setups for arrows this time. Astral Imprisonment, Spear, Arena. DY didn't have like the greatest performance on Mirana in the first game. Had a couple of those missed arrows. If they don't want to play this, like if they need a position 5, I would say it's a really good silencer game to stop, like, because what they want to do is drop down the Tombstone Arena and then follow it up with some kind of a combo. Silencer has always been good against these kind of combos that do accomplish much. So being a combo breaker feels nice, but I don't know if they want to do it. I think they already picked their heroes that this is going to be 4-5 Doom and Clockwork. Again, Terrorblade, because why not? They have to ban Morphling. Like, this has to be Morph ban 100%. Because they banned the Drow Ranger 2 times, but did they ban Morphling? They didn't. No. So, in the first game, it has to be Morph.
Brew not making it through at all. Or, well, not being
10
picked yet.
seconds remaining.
Not making it through would be, it was banned.
Racing did a mid Lina. I mean, obviously mid Lina.
Still potentially
Unless they
big
play
for
support
Azure.
Lina, but I
Yeah, I would say so, right?
could technically. But Lina's good against OD, so I don't really know
I don't
why
think
you would.
it's really that bad. And then there's also the strength of, like,
Terrorblade
finishing with it
sucks against OD.
as the game goes on, which is pretty insane. Well, Xtreme Gaming taking a lot of time here thinking about what they want to ban up.
Extreme Gaming's
They
time
banned
to
that
ban.
TA with the, and I now of course they've got that Tempor Assassin, but the last time they played the Lina over mid for Azure Ray, they picked TA Safe,
Yeah?
which has turned into another Terrorblade pick. So they banned the Witch Doctor. And still thinking maybe they can go to
Yeah.
another support, having this Doom. It's very flexible in the fact that, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be played by FY.
5 seconds remaining.
So they're still thinking Extreme Gaming banning out Witch Doctor in the last
I
phase.
mean, Zenku is just a
Wondering,
beast.
like, why Witch Doctor?
I don't think they're
Some of the
necessarily
heroes
more
that they
well-rounded,
Radiant
so far in TI qualifiers.
because I've never been a big fan of
I think
XM,
some of these
but
FY heroes.
yeah.
This has got to be Morphling, right?
I think it does.
Seems very simple
10 seconds remaining.
to get that ban.
5 seconds
But
remaining.
we'll see what they want.
Maybe they think they have enough with Doom, Clockwork, Lina to blow up Morphling, but considering the performance that he just had on Morphling, maybe it's much safer to ban it out.
Yeah, agreed.
Radiant team picked.
So there it is. There's the Morphling ban.
Took them a little bit of time. I think they didn't think too much about the Morphling ban, maybe. Maybe they were just thinking how to finish off their draft.
Yeah, you've got extra reserve time. Might as well use it to
10 seconds
kind of think about what you want. In this last pick, I guess the discussion is
5 seconds remaining.
definitely there in terms of, like, if you want FY to be in this 4-position Doom.
They banned out Chalice's Witch Doctor from the offlane, so they think it's Chalice who's missing. I wouldn't mind seeing something like, you know, Night Stalker, maybe, even though it's a good Legion command. It's not that, because you're playing against OD again, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe Legion Commander's...
Legion Commander's a shit choice. Silencers.
There's the silencer you talked about.
Okay, they go with... Because I thought it might be out, considering the bans that Extreme Gaming did. It is that combo breaker that we did mention.
Sing Mirana
When
first
picking the
game.
Silencer,
10 seconds
that
remaining.
you know, you're gonna have a higher farmed Clockwork, right? Like, are you
Yay.
is it plan maybe Ags for that hero? And
I
you know,
mean, I
EA
like
is the last
Extreme
pick. I always
Gaming's
talk about
draft
that
in
as well.
general more.
Ooh, it's off lane Chalice Silencer.
That's my favorite. Here we go.
Whoa! Okay, never mind. I was gonna say Silencer 5. Disregard everything.
I
I,
like
just
Extreme
said,
Gaming's draft
'cause
more.
That is a core 3 Silencer.
It's been done before. I mean, something that people play from time to time. It's very rare, but it does happen. And it's going to be Silencer Doom off lane. Maybe I would prefer if that's Clockwork, because it does give you much more of a kill threat, but then again, you're playing
Just
two
as
Phantom
Tim Cass in
Assassins,
all
you can blink
major
away
and S tier
from
tournament
comms, so
is
it's
shunned
not
by
that
Valve for
great.
TI.
Blink away from battery
Bro,
assault.
Valve
It
is.
seems like they're just gonna do
First of all, this. I think Valve has a say for TI, but this is done by PGL. PGL has full rights on the qualifiers.
Overall, but then I thought maybe they're not gonna do it position 5. They already have Clockwork, and in the end, they're gonna do it. They also picked up Phantom Assassin into Terrorblade, which is
And
like
because
the
I'm
highest
affiliated
armor
with
hero in the game, and the Phantom
with
Assassin is
people,
physical.
they don't
so
like
a bit of a question mark there.
using
Maybe they
talents
think
that
they
are
can
like
make it work,
part of
like
an
keep the
organization
tempo. It's not all
on
about like
PGL.
carry to carry matchups.
Also,
sometimes.
I suck.
It's all about like the composition. Also,
The actual
right now, one of the
tournament
heroes that
mostly
doesn't like to get
gets
jumped,
handled
and what
like
better than to have
Valve
Phantom
says
Assassin
the
jump
talent
you.
that they want,
So,
but that is definitely not gonna happen.
minus the Undying, this is the same.
I will
draft Xtreme Gaming
100%,
used in game number
okay,
2 against Team Zero.
99.9% not do TI.
This is something that maybe there's a little bit of comfort with. They've already played something like this today. Like you said, it's against the Terrorblade, a lot of armor there, but we'll see. Because they were up against the Gyro in that game. In terms of
Not the
carry.
biggest fan of the PA, but OD,
It'll be
Mars,
interesting
Marana,
see
so
if PA
good.
Can kind of
I mean, there's
succeed
still
in
a
a game
chance.
like
No,
this.
I mean, there's
I'm
pretty much
also
no
interested
chance.
to see the lane chemistry between
TI is a whole
Silencer,
different ball
3,
game.
and a 4 Doom.
There is none. It's very hard to find it. I think they're gonna lose that lane. This is Undying plus Phantom Assassin. So Silencer, if he gets jumped, like level 2, Blood Grenade, Tombstone, 1 dagger, Silencer's donezo.
And I for instance,
See
I
how
don't have like a
aggressive both teams
casting
wanna play.
partner.
We've talked about the
That's
aggressive
already
behavior
strike
of
number
Xtreme
1.
Gaming,
Strike
how
number
they
2 would be,
do it, especially when
I'm
Ghost
just
is on
not
his
good
Phantom
enough.
Assassin. He's not afraid to get involved early.
The battle begins.
So FY and Chalice, ooh, EY getting a 3-man decay to start. The arrow misses, but FY's in trouble. They've got Somnus going to the Dragon Slave. The damage on a DY, and he'll survive thanks to the 3-man decay. He has just a little bit of life left over.
a first
He was
blood
so tanky
secured.
there. Also,
Ghost
some of
getting
these
first blood.
arrows, like early on, DY had a bit of a problem in the first game.
Hey, how you doing, Darksteel? How's everyone doing?
Imprisonment, like you gotta check those numbers up.
Somnus already down below.
Gotta
half
butter up
health.
some Saudi lord who will make a big donation and
Maybe they can
suggest
take
you to
advantage of the
Valve.
fact that,
I think
you know,
that
DY 's
would
not
actually
here in the
give me
lane,
a,
but put some pressure on the
less of a
Ghost despite
chance.
The fact that he did get that first blood. And is DY getting anything dropped for him? He is. It's some tangos. Okay.
I just need Gaben
Ghost
to
gonna
love
have
me.
another sack of tangos to
Like
work
you
with.
do.
He's seen
Love
some
me like
harassment
you
here.
do.
FY just stepping forward with that Scorched Earth, but you can see Somnus really struggling with that Astro Imprisonment coming through from the OD.
Already down to half HP after that first blood. JT's courier. Maybe
Top
JT's
lane
doing
is
this on purpose because he knows if he
A little bit
cripples
of a
himself
struggle
in
for
the early game,
Ghost. I do
like he
love
did
the
in
new
the
PA
second
though,
one,
where you
he's
have a
just gonna make a
guaranteed
great
crit on the
comeback and
first
become the
attack when
MVP
you
of
get the
game.
buff, which is so
Yeah.
nice.
That's all you got to do.
Would rather
repeat
just the
anything
Saudi
that
Lord
works,
to
even if
Oh
it
yeah,
didn't
no,
work in the beginning.
100%. No, I would rather the Saudi Lord just
Yeah,
donate
maybe
anything
try
to
and get a
me
pull
and
off here. Jinq
that'd
just
be
using that
Gucci.
arrow to kill up one of those creeps, so that'll be okay.
and gave
Top
him some
lane.
McDonald's, bro.
It's the Arcane Curse early on with that.
We had
Scorched Earth, so that
disgusting
damage over time
McDonald's
is
in
definitely
America.
high, about to hit level 2 on the
It was
Silencer.
just a bad place that we ate McDonald's, but it was horrid.
Let's see what he wants to pick.
I think it was the second to last day as well.
FY. He's got Devour now at at that level 2, so he'll pick that up here as Ghost jumps in on Chalice. They go to the
Tombstone.
Tombstone. This level 2 jump, the Arcane Curse. I don't know if it's enough. Blood Grenade trying to get a Tombstone. 125
UI
gold
tried
for
to deny it.
Chalice, and FY can't return the favor. Maybe even thinking about going in while over mid. OD was trying to get a kill there on a
Dude,
Somnus who just
IHOP
escapes, but
Pancake's a
chases up and they
fucking
still wanna go.
baller.
FY trying to fight back. He has the right clicks and the Scorched Earth ending, meaning Ghost is going to get a double kill, and he's got all 3 kills for the side of Xtreme Gaming.
Oh, exactly as I said. You know, they get level 2, Blood Grenade into Tombstone, they find Silencer. Don't ask me how I know. I'm a big fan of off-lane Silencer. I think I experienced every single matchup ever played out, so I know that it's not good. So now you're going to struggle even more. They hit level 3, they bring some extra regen. Maybe DY needs to get potentially a trade kill or just go back because right now he doesn't have much mana.
Yeah, he probably needs to just die. Walk underneath the enemy's tier 2, that sort of thing.
I mean, this is a great start. DY could just sacrifice himself if he wants, right?
I don't know if he wants to just straight up die, because let's see what he's bringing. Okay, he's bringing a healing cell, so doesn't want to die. By the way, DY, it's written in the name Undying.
Offlane Silencer
so
will only die this game.
Yeah. There's only so many heroes.
Well, the hero doesn't really do that much in that regard, but it is a lot of damage that you get. If you get it farmed, Silencer core can be nasty.
Unfying or anything like that for FY.
How much is it to Holiday in the US? I mean, we did go pretty expensive with Disney and Universal and Disney Hotel and stuff. I think for us it was about
Tombstone. Blood Grenade thrown over to FY.
with the car rental and stuff, everything included.
He's got another stifling dagger in a second.
Maybe 12K for the two of us.
He turned,
Loaded.
dagger and decay.
Could we have done it cheaper? Definitely.
This is a type
Did
of
we
a
do it
lane
cheaper?
that
No.
I wouldn't mind seeing him pick up the full Orb of Corrosion because things are going so well. He's involved in all 4 kills, but maybe he also wants to get to Cornucopia as soon as possible because it's a very expensive item. It gives you good amount of regen, some extra.
It is
damage
expensive,
as
but I
well,
kind of
so
went all
maybe
out.
save it, you can still go back for it
Flight
later.
alone is 600.
Still
Bro,
because
the
it
flight
does
alone
have,
for me and my girlfriend
healing
was
cell available.
1800 because we went on horrible
lane again.
times.
FY.
Forcing out that scorch.
Oh, for the back.
Level 2 on that score.
There and back was 1800 per player
But still,
person.
it's not that easy of a move. FY's already down here.
Oh yeah, no, I'd do
Phantom
it
Assassin, maybe
again in
thinking
a
about jumping
heartbeat.
back in, 'cause he's got the south.
It was the
But
greatest
Fingers
vacation of
comes
my
out.
life
DY,
so
though,
far.
He's fine. He worries little about the aggression from Azure. We're yet to get on the board. All 3 lanes seem to be either winning or going okay for the side
You
of Xtreme.
should
The
just
winning
not
river,
go
the
to
winning top,
California in the
GT.
summer, first of all.
He's fine.
It's scorching hot. Second of all, there's a hurricane there now.
Really good for
Third
him.
of
I mean, you
all,
gave Phantom
it's
Assassin
really
the
expensive.
first
Fourth of all,
blood,
it's super
couple of
busy.
extra kills. By the way, FY, he ate Ghost. I see Frost attack.
Imagine if
Doom.
she had
For a second,
rejected your
thought he ate
proposal, I would
Phantom
be very
Assassin.
sad.
What is he
And he
bringing? Yeah, that's going to be full power treads for now, because he does have that healing salve. So adjusting.
Yeah,
his items
Riyadh
accordingly.
paid for my vacation.
And Chalice, he has a lot of CS, 22, but when it comes down to net worth, it's looking okay-ish, pretty same
Tombstone
as
again.
enemy off lane.
Blood Grenade, double decay. They're always standing next to each other. They're going to try and put some damage in on a DY for a second, but they focus the Tombstone. And, ooh, denied by DY, so no gold's given up. Salve used again by Ghost. Another double
DY's dead.
decay, and the rocket flare, the right click, the +2 there for Chalice as he hits that level 4 and has that 1 in the glaives. So they at least turn it around.
But
That
they
means
find a
right
big
now,
one on
XM, with the
Somnus.
help of Jinkyu, is able to kill off Somnus mid.
First rotation.
If she had
now they get it
rejected
right
my,
after into
bro,
aggro
I would be the
combo.
sad. I would be
Jinkyu
full
rotates
emo
to the
mode
top
for the
lane,
rest of my
tries to
life
help
if
out
she would have
Flight
rejected my
Makers.
proposal.
I see Tian Ming still sticking around the top lane, so they want to have another kill.
Yeah, TPing and DY passing over.
You would see me
another stack
constantly
of tangos
singing,
here for
"Cut
Ghost."
my
Not
life
breaking
in
the
2
wrong hand.
pieces.
FY doesn't have a
This
lot of
is my
health,
last
so he can be very
resort."
vulnerable. He's got a healing Lotus, but that's it. Decay and the leap. Chalice, Starstormed, Inferno.
Jinkyu's actually dead.
Ooh, gets the +2 on Jinkyu to start. Oh, good LSA.
Big
There's the
rotation.
2, and there's the Laguna Blade. They clean up in droves for the side of Azure Ray, and that will change the vibes.
I still had that
because
shit
they
open on my
turned it
phone.
around.
I guess they didn't expect
June.
he's gonna be the one
From Hawkbet.
rotating to this lane as well. So multiple heroes here, and that's gonna secure some damage to the tower as well. Somnus
That,
running back, wants his bottle
Last
refill.
game I
Hero,
was downstairs
burn.
eating food.
Starstorm.
Actually, that's a lie. I wasn't eating food. There was no
Maybe
food
if-
to be eaten.
Maybe if JT had thrown a spear there. He's only level 5 now.
If
level 6 in the
Azure made it to TI, I think they will
again,
do
they wanna
better.
go for Ghost.
Azure is a team that could
Ghost
like
is in trouble. They're
fucking
gonna bring
upset
over-
TI.
Oh no, they're not. XM. He didn't commit to the go.
Ghost
Xtrem's
is
like,
in
"I'm gonna
trouble."
die if I TP there. Good luck, Ghost.
Run away if you can.
He's gonna need to find a way. I see on the minimap a lot of
Middle tower is under
allied dots, a lot of radiant dots around, but he's gonna find a way how to get out of the trouble. And I think at this moment FY is just memeing. First he ate the ghost, now he ate the chalice because
If
he
you had
has
rejected
speed
my
orb.
proposal, I would have just gone home immediately. I would have gotten on the first
Yeah,
flight,
by the way.
ignored the flight that I still had booked,
Okay,
and
and
Universal
for
Studios and
that
everything. I just
rune, but
picked
it's gonna be
the
double
first
damage rune
plane
booked up for
home
XM. By the way, straight up Sunder used by Lu onto Mars, so JT
and
was
put on
down
all
low
the
on health, but
emo
didn't do anything with
90s,
it. He
20,
just healed up.
2000s rock. There is.
After the pristine start that Ghost had, like he loses his tier 1 tower before Lu does, or before they take the tier 1 tower top. Like that is a real big way.
Is
to
it
turn
actually
around how this
Meteor
is going
Hammer
for the side of
OD?
Azure
Yeah,
Ray.
it's
They've
probably
got the
Meme
LSA,
Hammer
they use the
OD.
Laguna Blade, they'll have the damage on a DY, they'll get the kill, and maybe they could get a tombstone out of this if they can get the vision up, but instead they'll just walk away from it.
Yeah, they're getting the kills. They got the tower map open.
When
up,
is the
they
oh
put
no, the
some
wedding's
deeper
gonna take a
vision.
while. We
Ghost
want to
is
buy
still
a
in good
house
spot. The
first.
most
And
farm hero in the game, and
trying
XM
to get the
Legend, he will
funds
team up
together
one
for the
more
house
time,
is gonna
get the
be
kill
a
without even
pain.
Using the sanities. One thing about like Dire is it's much easier to farm. Like I think you can get away with greedier like carries on the Dire because you have Mighty Mines. The HP region got buffed, so you have extra 7 now compared to the old 4. And it's a
T1 payment
pretty
by
huge
house.
area.
TI payment by.
So, while farming in the Mighty Mines,
Yeah,
the rest of the team
if
comes
only.
over from Xtreme Gaming, and XM is here. Jinkyu only level 5, doesn't have the Moonlight Shadow, but he's not too far away from it. FY
Global,
They go to the global side
dead.
from Chalice, and they're gonna catch XM.
Got 6.
Oh wow! Off that last creep, they're gonna get a kill and a +2. Chalice, his game has morphed into something a-okay for him.
That's the
And they
perfect
got
timing.
Doom.
Chalice
He only
getting
has Devour
six
level 1 though.
immediately, and then dropping
they're,
the silence. So XM, his
Making some
like,
big
first
plays.
rotation,
OD's gonna
not really
need to get a
successful.
quick.
Anything but.
That's a good question.
Another game where they're able to like lose somehow, able to just
BKB?
farm around everything
No.
and not be touched.
Lincoln's Lotus. And
They
they
beat
definitely
this
need
team 3
Lotus
times in a
on
row,
the
like, I
side
get
of
it. I do get it,
Extreme
and I know they
Gaming.
lost game number 2, but Lu is always farming so well.
He knows how to farm, especially on these like illusion-based.
Yeah,
carries.
GOM wasn't invited
like
for the
shot
last
misses.
EPL. Now we're Nightshade, by the way.
Arrow
We're not
combo
GOM
two
anymore.
used onto this Undying. They're gonna get Chalice. They'll take him out. DY gets credit for that kill, despite the fact that he is Doom, and they're chasing for one more. FY is gonna be caught out as well. So Ghost getting another kill and taking out a spree, so that's a good amount of gold for him. You know, YBB during his, not YBB, Lu during his YBB time and his Extreme Gaming time, one of the things that happened when he was on a team like that, it was very punishable to focus your attention on him.
No, I don't pay
He's
their
really getting away
salaries.
with a
I mean,
lot
I
because
have
the
given
team
them
around him
money
just
in the
making sure that
past
he's able to secure his farm and his lane.
because
And that
we
really
didn't get
makes
the
him
last
a-
EPL.
such a great carry.
But no, I don't
Yeah, I
pay
mean, he's
their
playing with
salaries
better teammates,
necessarily.
Like, this is just a massive upgrade.
That I just put them together and
You know,
tried to
that
get them in
YBB team, of
tournaments and
course,
get them
he
scrims
got
and stuff.
promoted with that team, and I think that's what really gave everybody an eye on
Or
who
not
he
like a
was as
full-blown
player.
org or anything.
So that's what really got him just
No
the presence of
contracts,
mind
that sort of stuff.
to get into the team like Azure Ray. Because I think there were other carry options when they chose him, but you know they have a lot of faith in Lu, and I don't think it's been misplaced so far.
Yeah, Lu looked pretty good. Knows how to farm. Knows when to join. It's just that maybe in this particular BO5 series, because he played Terrorblade 3 times in a row.
But there are rumors
you're
that
very
next year,
cooldown
for
dependent.
instance,
Without
there will
Twitch,
not
you're
be a
gonna be
DPC.
going around and doing stuff.
So I'm wondering how long this is going to last. Hookshot,
And
they're
there
gonna try
will
and
be
get a
4
control
to
here on the
6
DY.
majors in a
Chalice
year.
looking for another +2.
And every
LSA
major will have their own
and Summit
qualifiers,
getting the
kind of
kill
like
there, so Chalice will get
the
himself
RMR
2 8 permanent
events for
intelligence stone, and he's looking for a 4th staff to start off.
4Cs go.
How offlane silencer. Hope it becomes meta, so I don't get reported every single time I play it.
Yeah, I did have this Overwatch case
Yeah, that was this guy playing offlane silence.
Yeah. Griefing was the Overwatch case.
5 reports immediately. Look at him. Damage the tower. This hero has everything.
Tumblr's toy, by the way, to jump on a JT, get the cogs, but they've got themselves the Astro Imprisonment. They go to the Laguna Blade to start this off. They hit the Dragon Slave, but the spear lands on a Somnus. The Global Silence is just not.
Why was the
time.
global
So
used?
Chalice gets caught. He ends up dead. So does Somnus. Good turnaround for Xtreme.
Chalice's positioning not really the greatest there. He was the one like sieging the tower. That's why I joked that he has everything. Like he needs to stay back and use the global silence because like 5 was already over. He got caught by a combo. Let's see again.
Astral Arrow.
Hit it.
The AA combo. They land that Sanities. They go to the spear. TMing is in. They're trying to get a kill here on XM. They land the hook shot, and Lou's going to come in.
Lou's alone, but yeah, he doesn't really have anything to fear with the OD dead.
Over here in the Arcane Curse on a DY. TP out from JT. LSA not in time, but Lou's got a double kill, and despite the fact that, well, he didn't have meta, Terrorblade got involved and got 2 kills. That's good gold going the way of Lou.
Using a reflection and rest of the team slowing them down, keeping them in place. And this is going to be another tower secured for them because they open up the map early on. So
Yeah, they have 3 towers already against the 0 towers of Xtreme.
every single time whenever Lou plays Terrorblade, and he played it every single game so far in this best of 5, like they kill it relatively early on.
Bait versus Nouns is...
Lou caught a
Well, no.
glimpse.
Well, yeah, it would be today. It would first be Wildcard versus... no, Dogchamp versus Bait, and the winner of that versus Nouns.
As he gets a Yasha delivered. I guess you could have the Scotty queued up, pick up the ulti orb, could always audible into a Manta, right? They've got the Ensnare, they're gonna doom up Ghost.
Ghost is very dead.
Infernal Blade, and there it is. They'll get the kill to Ghost. They'll get the
And DY is dead as well.
And now the right clicks. They've got the Rocket Flare to can a couple of these heroes. DY trying to run from TMing. As they'll look over at the Tombstone, Lou's gonna get a bunch of gold for that.
I think Bait's...
Got the cogs around DY. Who
Wait, what?
TMing, but Chalice is here to try and collect his +2, and he will. But Lou gets the killing spree. Chalice gets the intelligence.
That's what Chalice comes for. Doesn't matter what he brings, it just wants to collect that smart.
I think Bait's gonna beat
she might be the
Dogchamp.
hero like her and Troll with the lowest intelligence gain in the game, so gotta be very careful because like how much at least her abilities don't cost a lot of mana, so that's a good thing.
How much int would it take to steal from PA where he couldn't use a dagger? That's what I need to know. Now also queuing up the BKB, so the thought is there as well to go BKB post Battle Fury.
An interesting build from Somnus. He's the one who picked up Blink Dagger immediately after Ether Lens.
It is a magic damage
The
cleaner.
gap, follow up with the Clockwork Initiation, get in, get stuff done. Blow the full combo onto someone.
He might do this to XM if he's not too careful. They have Global Silence, they'd have to pop it first. So he could blink. And
Yep,
LSA,
XM is very dead.
Through the Twin Gates. He might just be dead if he's not too careful. For Staff Astro Imprisonment, but now they're going to look.
They actually did not go for Aghanim Scepter. For Meteor Hammer on XM.
Good job by the side of Azure Ray to make that.
That's surprising. That means they have very little, almost no pushing power on the side of Xtreme.
So she did not become allergic to mana.
Jin-Q also in trouble. Hook shot lands. Somnus is going to have the LSA to follow it up. The Dragon Slave is there. The right clicks are enough.
To be honest, I don't really believe in Bait,
I'll
but
tell you
neither...
what,
I believe in
pretty good
V...
at
I don't believe in like the whole
going
of
around
Bait,
the
but I
map,
believe in
getting stuff
V-Tune. I
done,
think V-Tune's a
faking
baller.
his abilities and then forcing a couple of leap charges, and Tianming on point with the hook shot.
Nouns is gonna win the grand finals. That's like...
No, Somnus is very
We all
proficient
know
with this
that,
hero.
but-
One of the last times that I did see
Even though they've been
Somnus
playing
play
very weirdly,
this, Lena, hold your thoughts or hold my own thoughts.
like, if anyone watched the series yesterday, the way they play it, like K1 played was weird.
They've got the Tombstone down, and that will be the gold collected here by Chalice. 200 for him. Astro Imprisonment on a TMing. DY, though, he's getting away while the rest of the team, the LSA, it's going to land here. They've got themselves an Obs as well as a Sentry. The Spear comes through, but it's only going to be on an illusion. JT still surviving. There's
Lou?
the Starstorm. Astro Imprisonment coming through onto the Terrorblade. Arrow lands on a Somnus, but he gets the kill on a JT. Lou low. Spear Vessel on him. Stifling Dagger gets the kill. Laguna Blade, though, Ghost in trouble. Blink in front. They look to get the kill. Last words there. Somnus takes out Ghost. They're still looking for more. They're in front of Jin-Q with a battery assault. The Mirana's in trouble with a 4-staff coming out from XM. to save his life. Still, though, DY
Dude,
salving himself, running away. But they have
you know
some
what
help.
pissed me
F1
off
coming around,
is
he's got
that
that
K1 in that first
Chase.
game, when he played Juggernaut, he died and
himself
did so
in
many
this,
stupid
area
moves
near the bridge.
that
They
game,
even had
and
Sentry,
then
but he
at
was
the end they
unrated,
gave
and
him
now he's
MVP.
gone. I don't think they're gonna keep
I was
Jaguar
so
because they're wrong
tilted
hit on
from that.
cooldown. Yan Ming,
Bro,
but
really?
They're chasing him.
Oh,
You want
I lied.
Staying.
All I was thinking was the only
Maybe
fucking
to
reason
hook shot for 20. JT's actually spotted here. He's got
that
Blink Dagger
they
for a
are
second.
struggling
Those
that
are the
game
guys
was
for you.
because he
DY
fucked
is
up
just
the
soaking
entire
up a lot of
early
this
to mid
damage.
early
They
mid
hit the
game.
Tombstone down, and DY now just decay. TP from FY, JT.
Moo is
he's got
kinda stable.
32
Moo
seconds.
played a
Xtreme comes
very-
down, forced half into the Astro imprisonment. They'll wait on that
Meh,
spear.
I didn't really
So
like
chasing
his
through the twin gates
Beastmaster.
means they're gonna die. Well, at least TMing does.
Gunner does weird shit,
They
but
let, trust his
Gunner
shuttle
is
almost kill him
pretty-
before you could dive
pretty
into
good.
bold. We've seen that happen
who
multiple
decided?
times. Now he almost
I
died
think it
into
was the
US
casters
Capitol,
and the
digging,
production crew.
and, he dug out one mango, but what a nice play. Like this whole sequence of what happened in the last 4
I
or 5
mean,
seconds. For
that's the thing.
UI
K1
is
in
pretty
both
amazing.
games as well. And on the Faces
gonna get
Void
Roche
game, he
off
played
this.
so fucking weird in some moments. But in
Yeah,
like
just
the
to get-
early to early mid game,
So,
he
you know, I was
just
talking about that
I
Samus
don't
game. He was,
I don't know what the
playing
fuck he's
Lina
doing
on RNG.
on K1.
He was going up
But the
against- it
late
was
game
like
is where he
right
comes
Lina
up
was the
big
thing, but
and
OD was
clutches it
coming
for
in,
his
he had to
team.
say tag, they
So
were down to their, like,
he just needs to
last
not suck
defense,
ass
and
on the early to early mid game.
got a rampage. So, you know, there are magic moments that come in from Somnus on the Lina. That's for
Well,
sure.
who's almost got Scotty done.
In a different sense, though, with, of course, the right clicks, like I said.
They don't really have any healing on their side. I mean,
Hook
except
shot.
for Undying, but
JT, Chalice is here. Chalice starting to put out the damage.
But
And
JT?
he'll get that assist as JT falls to TMing. but he
Gunner's
also gets the
budget
+2.
tops. Bro, at this point, Thompson is budget Thompson.
So, loving the +2.
I'm looking
Always
forward to
happy.
seeing
Scalar
like
build, he
Tundra
picked
with
up
Thompson.
Blink Dagger as his second item. So
Who's
once
to travel next for
scale,
Somnus? Ghost? Uh-oh. Arrow.
Game 2?
Decay, the jump, the kill.
Okay, game 2. Remember that second Roche that was at the Radiant side of the map?
This is
Where they were
keeping
fighting
Luda
and
top
they
of the net
chronoed DNM on the Terrorblade and they nuked DNM and then the fight continued? Remember that fight? There were 2 moments in a row where Gunner needed to get a kill so that he got the HP regen to sustain and survive the fight. And then right in front of his face, 2 supports got killed by K1. And he got 6 stacks from getting a kill on a hero. And then K1's like, no, I need the farm. Kills the 2 supports and Gunner has 0 regen. He dies.
She's straight up dead.
Like
There's
that
no
fight,
saving
they
throw
lost in
on
the
that
end.
global silence.
But
Maybe
if
a force
K1
out
did
from
not
Chalice,
pick
but
up
that's about
those
it.
kills, they would have won that fight. Guaranteed.
Yeah, DY is like, please, if I ever offended the Dota gods,
Hey!
I apologize, and he gets it because there's a big difference. What
Oh,
it brings to the
Undying
table if
Shard.
You have Mirana with another leaf charge, or if you have Undying with the Tombstone.
Putting the pressure onto the tier 2 tower. So, you know how I always love talking about glitched items?
Here we go. again.
Weak hallucination with the Rubik, but Somnus has Crystal Rift on his Lina. So there's little crystals coming out. You can't really see them that much, but that like blue line as well. That's
That's $45,000 right there.
yeah, probably $10,000 billion for that one item. It's a cool one. No, it's not very popular. UI spotted. Rocket Flare is there. Moonlight Shadow, but they're under a sentry. Hook shot into the creeps. They go to the Stifling Dagger. They've got the Global Silence.
Jump
They're gonna
in.
kill TMing.
Oh,
But
that's
the
a quick
crate is there.
first
They've got the
kill.
arena, but the LSA as well as the Doom. It's PA in trouble.
Oh,
Goes
he's
trying
just
go
gonna
into the
chill.
Tombstone. Uh-oh.
He does still have the
He is in
Aegis.
trouble still, and
Oh.
back into the Tombstone, still surviving. They get the kill on Somnus. He's got an Aegis. It doesn't matter, and he'll survive. That's insane.
Easy chilling in the tombstone with his homies.
After 3 seconds, and then
went back in.
re-entered the Tombstone, so negated the damage coming out.
Oh.
This is the first page red play
Okay.
right there.
Jesus. Okay. Like, it's just so ridiculous. Some of the things we're seeing in this series are insane. He had a sliver of health. He doesn't even have to use the Aegis. And now he's about to have a BKB.
He's back to full HP. Aegis still up and running for another minute. Maybe they can take another... See that again, because it's such a cool play. Tianming getting in...
I mean, Slawi is pretty good, but yeah, he's the only one that is that good.
On top of them, he gets inside.
1, Mississippi, 2, 3. And then he like leaves for a second, goes back in.
This is my house. Nobody enter. And he gets out like the last tick. All it took was one tick for him to be able to live there. And Dota is a beautiful game.
I think Xtreme Gaming are gonna take game number 3, and the series goes. I'm wondering if Azure will be able to turn the series around.
Soon to be level 3, and that's gonna be 450 crit damage.
DY dead to Chalice. He's getting kills every now and then. He wants to go into a Hex. He's got 18 on that permanent intelligence. We're not really feeling the oomph of a silencer. Like, he's kind of just doing the same thing right now as a 5 silencer, right?
You shut up. You're a hater.
All right. I'll keep my mouth shut. Jesus. Sorry, I offended.
It really isn't much. It like becomes a position 5 unless you're really popping off. Because there's a big transition between like silencer as a core where he's like doing good, and then maybe he falls off, things are not going correctly, and then once he picks up like the shard, gets the hurricane pike. But for now, it's gonna be recovery Midas on Chalice.
I mean, I wouldn't be too. I wouldn't hate either of these two teams at TI.
No stranger to the recovery Midas.
I do agree with that.
Ridus? Lina going for the Ags with that new ability getting activated with it, the Flame Cloak. Went 2 mobility items in a row with the Blink and the Boots of Travel. So he's almost level 18 as well. He'll have that 3rd level on the Laguna Blade, at 900 damage. Magical, of course.
That's 900 before Spell Amp. So
when's the next CSGO tournament? Anyone know?
You have Spell Amp 35% from the Flame Cloak. Maybe he finds something else in between there. Level 20, Spell Amplification talent.
Let me check Wikipedia.
So a lot of math not working in my head, and I'm not even going to try.
It's over 1,000, you can say that.
It's over 9,000, I can say that. So smoke used here by Xtreme Gaming. 5-man smoke with the Moonlight Shadow. They'll play some high ground vision over in the triangle.
Pro League. Oh.
Side. Meanwhile, the Azure Ray players are waiting
really?
on the other side of the mid.
Then already? Sucks that the next majors in fucking next year.
What is going on here? With
there's a blast premiere
of that mid lane farming up. Talked about the Scotty picked up. The BKB is here for the Terrorblade. Still has that Butterfly MKB combo queued. And there's that Ags for the Lina. So we'll see if Somnus can get that done. He's going to sip on this bottle to try and get back near his team, knowing Xtreme Gaming are close. Chalice blinking forward, and they start to retreat a little bit, but FY is in the trees. That Lotus Orb runs out. JT looks over. Arrow comes in and hits onto Somnus, and they're going to have an arena. Spear comes through. BKB's gonna be popped. The Global Silence is a little bit late. They go into the Stifling Dagger. They're gonna get the kill here on a Somnus. Look at the right clicks. They've got this Lina dead to rights. They'll look for more as Sanities is dropped.
What's this Hussar Cup? There's an $1 million tournament in Poland.
Lou TPing to safety just barely.
With Ensign 9 in it. Hussar Cup.
Xtreme Gaming were lingering a while there.
Yeah, great initiation
on the 30th of August.
Like backing him up almost immediately, and you see like Lina against Phantom Assassin matchup. We talked about that. This is not.
Yeah, it's an $18 million tournament for CS:GO.
Heroes, specifically Lina and OD XM. He drops that ulti, deals the damage, puts mana allergy on them.
This doesn't even make the slightest bit of sense. It says that they've already played their qualifiers. Oh, the qualifiers have been postponed.
Lotus Orb from Jin-Q, JT. He's alone in no man's land.
That's weird.
Flying the Infernal Blade. They've got the War Stomp. Tianming gets the kill. By the way, Ghost now having that Ags upgrade to Blur. So to make it even harder for this Azure team to get their eyes on Ghost, which
is under attack.
makes a lot of sense lore-wise for Ghost.
Yeah, it's
Eyes on a Ghost, never really going to happen.
Yeah, it's lore friendly. It's a good upgrade. Like refreshes everything, so you can jump.
Well, they're not going to
between
make a $1
targets.
million
You have
tournament with only Polish
also
teams.
a way of dispelling yourself, not against global silence, but you have BKB for that if necessary. And another layer of save. DY just picked up Force Staff, Solar
Because that would
Press,
just be throwing
Tombstone
away
with
a
the
lot of
Fly
money.
Trade.
Infernal Blade, but there's the Moonlight Shadow. Somnus looking for the kill. The LSA lands. They've got the Dragon Slave, and DY will survive. Goes into that Tombstone. They're going to try and break it open to kill him off. But now the Starstorm is down. They finally get the kill into DY. They're looking over to the side as they've got themselves the stun onto XM. Global Silence comes out, and now they've got the dust around the horn.
Ghost, can he crit? Can he crit?
Can
Can he crit?
Can
he crit? Holy shit, Ghost hit him like 6 times, no crits.
Running out on JT though, he's in some trouble. Lou continuing to move forward. He's got Metamorphosis in 18 seconds. The Mighty Minds will try to keep this side of Xtreme Gaming tough
Dude,
enough, but now they've got the War
Ghost
Sound.
is
They have the
literally
last word.
the
Ghost might have gotten in
unluckiest
too far,
critter in
and
the
there's
world.
Doom committed.
And
They
now
got the
he's
Arctic
doomed.
Curse on a 2, the reflection, the kill, the
Bro, Ghost hit. I think he hit like 9 hits and got 0 crits.
Astral Imprisonment only setting up the cogs. They land the arrow, but it doesn't matter. XM, well, he's gonna die.
Nice
to
if your
neutrals.
fucking ulti doesn't
even
do
die to
anything.
This Azure Race's side. So Jin Q now trying to leap away. He's got that Lotus Orb to purge off that last word, but the chase is on with Lou having Metamorphosis. The arrow lands out of the real Terrorblade, and they'll force that back this
They
mirage.
already said goodbye to CSGO.
it's
Yeah,
a
in
mistake for
majors,
Xtreme
there
Gaming.
aren't
They
any
wanted to
majors
take
in
a 5-step
CSGO anymore.
assassin.
There's
Didn't have
the
BKB available. Both of your
CS2
tools were
major.
already gone, and now Tombstone's gonna drop.
200 gold.
That's a
Good
big
fight as
fight,
well.
and that puts Azure
They need the numbers.
now
They
in
need
a
that
very
5-0.
comfortable spot.
Let's see what Phantom Assassin wants to buy as their next item. Seems like it's gonna be MKB, but Terrorblade with Reflection,
Oh, Somnus has bots as well.
with Scotty, Rocket's low as well. They're not moving. They're staying
Wait, does
in the same spot pretty much. Arcane Curse as well on top of them.
yeah,
They're
his
gonna
Axe
lose
and Shard.
the first set of barracks here. Kind of unexpected.
Yeah, didn't think that was going to happen with the 7,000 net worth lead that Xtreme Gaming had, but they caught Ghost in a little bit too far. He tried to play aggressive, and, well, Azure were ready for that. This is pre-MKB too, so there's going to be a timing where Lou picks this up, and I think at that point, he might just rip apart Ghost if he doesn't play it perfectly.
Money to burn.
MKB is gonna be big
Hussard
upgrade.
Cup
Just
is
got to level
CS2,
20,
not
so
CSGO.
Conjure Image Duration. Which
Yeah,
is
but
gonna make
CS2
easier
is
for
not
them to
out
push
yet,
out the
so how
lanes.
the fuck are they gonna do that then?
Xtreme Gaming, they are smoked. Roshan is available.
Psychic Headband here for the Clockwork. He's got
I
a
don't.
Force
When is
Staff.
CS2 actually
So
supposed to
there's this
launch?
Offlane Silencer. He's going into the Hex.
Radiant are scanning.
26 permanent intelligence stolen. They've got the scan. They're going for Roche, but JT's off to the side, invisible with the Moonlight Shadow. And, ooh, Hex. Global Silence. That's good timing. It was post BKB. They go to the Laguna Blade. They get the kill.
XM
They're
dead.
gonna look over as the Doom is gonna be
Arena
here
gets
on the
dropped
Ghost.
later.
Arena's down. JT gets the spear onto the
But
Clockwork,
they're all
it doesn't
dead.
matter. The LSA's menacing, but the right clicks are in from Somnus.
Azure
Roche can't
coming
swipe
back.
kill. And now they look over the tombstone that is full with DY's body, and they'll put him into the grave.
Okay, Ghost.
Heroes dead. Somnus still moving forward. They
Dude,
go over. They've got the LSA to that land.
he hits him
Lose FY, but Ghost
5
in
times.
trouble.
Oh, there's a
RNC.
crit.
Right clicks come in. Somnus though surviving. They go to the Lotus Orb. They don't miss. They don't hit the
Ghost is
LSA,
actually
and
the
Ghost is gonna
unluckiest
jump over to
critter in
GQ.
the world.
They still get the
He
kill
still
there on
crits,
the
but
Phantom
that's
Assassin. They're looking
because
for the full
of
team
the
wipe.
he
GQ's in
has to
trouble.
at a
LSA
certain
lands,
point.
and there it is. The only one who's got buyback is the Mars, and he's dead for 20
That's
more
why it's
seconds.
getting pushed back as far as
but
I
they
know.
clean up on
Oh,
Azure.
Yeah, it's so easy to itemize when you play against Ghost. Like, it's really written in the item. You buy Ghost Scepter, you counter him. So
Valve
this
has
is the
officially
time where
announced that
Somnus
Counter-Strike
actually, like,
2
lives because
will
of it. It
release
looked very
globally in the
dangerous
summer
for
of
him, but this time
2023.
They are the ones initiating. They're the ones
Bruh.
throwing that Doom on top of Phantom Assassin.
Summer's
and
about to
this,
fucking end.
I'm gonna say might be it, but XM, he can't afford to die first. He also doesn't have buyback. This was their first showing of newly purchased Hex. So he's the one, like he was the one who blinked in, and they try to go on Terrorblade, but he's very tanky. He's a big boy. 3,000 HP on top of him, Global Silence, for a little bit of a backup, and this second Roche
Yeah, they
belongs
can't,
to Azure right
kind
now.
of can't. I mean, the only one that can kill the TB is the OD. Yeah, it's kind of shit to
So
kill the
they get
TB
their
because
hands on
TB's
an
got so much
Aegis.
armor. But they're just constantly nuking. Like, XM is playing
10,000
super
net
shit
worth
Dota.
lead for the side of Azure, but no lead has been saved.
He's just not been able
in
to
this
do
series.
anything.
Yeah, definitely feels like it. Both of these teams very even when it comes down to skill. I would say
What's up here?
it's kind of hard.
Somnus
to
has been the
predict
way
what's gonna
scarier
happen
mid
as well,
laner
because they're
this
very
game.
neck and neck.
Even though he killed off Somnus in mid,
Ghost Scepter upgraded.
Somnus
into
went
the
towards that
E-Blade
top
for
lane,
Lina.
fucking opened that up, made space
That's the
for
magic
the
damage
silencer to
upgrade as
not
well,
get
plus
crushed.
The level 20 talent, Aghanim
11%.
Scepter. So that's gonna
And
be,
JT's also not had a good
lot.
game.
it's like 2,000 damage, not even like maybe even 2,000 plus with the Ethereal Blade.
Is the spell amp additive or multiplicative, or whatever the other one is? The 11% with the 35 and the everything, and then you've got the E-Blade
Yeah, it doesn't stack. It's not like it's a 300%.
billion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not billion. So MKB now finished on Terrorblade as well, and let's see how that's gonna go, because these were the fights pre-MKB, so you still have to.
Oh, Ghost has Ags.
You know,
Maybe
factor
that
that
will
in.
work.
Phantom
If he
Assassin,
crits,
she's
obviously.
also going for MKB of her own, getting very close to it. Needs to farm another 700 gold.
It needs to be careful. He's under vision. Somnus looking. Ooh, interesting spot. He blades himself. They go to the global silence. They land the spear. It's going to be here onto the Lina. Now the right click's coming out from Ghost. They blink in. They're trying to get the war stuff. They go to the sound. He's eclipsed. They get the
Okay,
Silence.
2
Now they're gonna
kills,
get
but the
off
Doom is
onto
off.
Ghost. He's in trouble, but there's that tombstone again. They're going to break it open. They've got the stun on him. They've got the kill on a Ghost. They've lost 2 for this, though. TMing is dead. DY, ooh, Force Staff trying to get away. Eventually
Chalice is
loses
just
the
hunting.
damage. Jinkyu Starstorm, Infernal Blade lands. They
Look
get
at
the
that
fire coming
silencer
out from
damage. Holy
DY.
potatoes.
They have meta. They'll hit the hex. The spear lands. It's on a chalice. They've got him locked to the tier 4.
And
They've
with
got
the
to
meta
get
used,
on a
JT's gonna
Hex
die
is doing a lot
back.
of damage, but the soul rip from DY onto this.
How did
XM
Chalice not
OP,
die?
Not looking like it's going to be enough. They're even thinking about going into the well, but XM gets the Force Staff. He's able to survive just
Oh wait,
barely.
sorry.
They'll buy back on
JT actually got out.
Still
Didn't
many
buy
Aegis
back
to work with on Lou.
previously.
Like they need to
My
get
bad.
something out of this buyback. Lou, he's been almost untouched, holding the Aegis for another 2.5 minutes. And look at the damage that he deals. Those buildings, they're gonna melt. No sanities for another 70 seconds.
No PA for 35. Tombstone committed. Tombstone disassembled.
Oh,
And
he's
he
stunned.
walked in, he's stunned, he's dead. Oh, Blank.
XM?
Oh, Infernal Blade.
Lou with the
XM in
fade.
trouble. The spear back.
Bruh,
Lou's gonna save him.
XM.
They'll get the kill into XM. He's got buyback, but it's now up against Mega Creeps. PA still not available for another 8 seconds. They go to the
XM
global
is
silence. The
playing
Lord's
such
not gonna
a
matter. They get the
bruh
kill to
game.
Jinkyu. They'll look over at JT with a BKB. Misses the spear on Samus, who's ready to go. Infernal Blade once again. The right clicks come out. They get the kill on a TM Ming, but they need to clean up with XM and Ghost to defend. It's against Mega Creeps with the tier 4s taking damage from these creeps. They have the availability to jump in. Sanity's Eclipse still down for another 25 seconds.
You
They've got
have
the
to
hex
kill
ready
the
to go. They'll
TB.
throw a stifling dagger out as
His
Terrorblade
first
just
life.
stands
It's still
his
up
ground
for
and
a
go
minute
tier
30.
4s and open up the throne. He has an Aegis for
Dude,
another
you have to
minute and
kill
a
it,
half.
otherwise he's
Thunder
gonna
got hacked.
There's
Thunder.
the hex. Can
There.
they get it? There's the Aegis gone, but Creep's still coming in.
Sam
Phantom
almost
Assassin
dies
looking for
to
the
just
moment
fucking
jump
illusions.
forward, but Chalice just hitting the throne as the dagger gets thrown over on a Chalice. And the TP is
FY's
popping.
got
FY's
Doom
getting
available
attention
now.
here, but the Doom is used on a TPing out.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Phantom
It doesn't stop
Assassin? The
TP,
throne's
but
gone.
The throne's gonna die in the end. They played it out.
Okay.
Whew, until the end. And,
Wow,
yeah,
Xtreme
Azure
Gaming
Ray
played that
getting the
one
dub
shitty.
in this one. Off-lane silencer, that's the new meta, and I like what I see. You know, finally, I mean, this was like we said that they're gonna experiment a lot in the first, maybe even second game, but even when it comes down to the third game, they just brought
Off-lane
off-lane
silencer?
silencer position for
Really,
Doom
bro?
for
Really?
FY that is undefeated so far. 4 out of 4 games, and Tian Ming on his signature clockwork,
Might have
Blue
needed to sleep a bit
playing
longer.
Terrorblade every single game.
No,
It
it's
might
a
be the
sleeping
time
sheet,
where
bro.
you remove this hero.
Yeah, it is a good game there from Azure Ray. Both these teams have been fighting past adversity, considering the fact that Azure Ray was down and Ghost was having an amazing game. But I think, again, itemization is what proves to be key here for some of these heroes on Azure Ray. Like that Ghost Scepter, we saw the power of that there for Somnus. And maybe just a little bit of, you know, missed arrows, missed spear attempts coming in from the side of Xtreme Gaming at important moments.
Yeah, this is like execution from Xtreme Gaming at this one. These are like skill shots that you need to hit with arrows, with spears. It wasn't on point. There was also like time where Ghost felt almost unkillable, like where if he's the one, by unkillable I mean if he's not contested, if he's not doomed, that he's gonna clean up everybody. But very entertaining Dota coming out from the 3 games that we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's been back and forth, and now it's 2-1 for Azure. You take a look at this fight, and again, you know, JT, that spear is not on the right target. And Lou, this Astral Imprisonment, the arrow ends up hitting on a Somnus, but Lou, he still dies, but this doesn't exactly go great for Xtreme Gaming. Like, Somnus is on it.
Definitely. Like, Somnus is, like, his itemization was really on point because Ether Lens into Blink Dagger, it did allow him to like keep the distance and also close the gap whenever it's necessary, and also choosing the targets. Like, he immediately deletes one target before the fight starts, has a little bit of a protection from the global summons, from this imbalanced offlane silencer, and everybody did their job on their side.
Yeah, they still looked really good from them. A couple of, you know, fights that could have gone their way that didn't for Azure, but they still were able to hold on. This fight very important with Ghost going in just way too far, and it's the aggression that hurts them. And they catch XM again, despite the fact that he dies, the neutral creeps, and Global Silence again, the BKB a little bit too early there. They go to the Laguna Blade, they blow up XM, he's the first one out of the fight. And you said it, he can't be the first one to die in these exchanges when he's playing this OD like that.
Yeah, most definitely, because he's the one who like deals ton of damage. And also, he's a bit of a save to break the combo. Someone gets in, gets LSA'd, someone gets doomed, try to buy a little bit more time. But kind of difficult with the OD because there's so many heroes that are going to run at you. This is 4 Doom we're talking about, so sometimes you'll eat that Doom, Clockwork in your face, forcing you to like either Pike, get out of the trouble, LSA with Lina, and Lou. Like, he just did his job. This is like, I think Lou's very stable overall as a carry. You know that when it comes down to farming, him being on top of the network, you can definitely rely on him.
Yeah, he's been very reliable, and the team around him has been reliable enough to get him this farm. I think if Xtreme Gaming moving forward, you know, maybe don't give him the TB, and I think you need to pressure him more. He's gotten way too much open space in all 3 of these games, despite the fact that it's a 2-1 series.
They tried to pressure him in the first game when they had like Quap, Mirana, and Mars, but didn't manage to do so because of his itemization. Raindrop, Magic Wand, Bracer, Power Threads, Casual Belt of Giant Strength that he turns into Dragonlance later on. So he knows how much he needs to stay in the lane. You'll see Lou a lot of the times just sitting in the lane instead of going to jungle and getting the farm there because he understands, oh, Sonic Wave's on cooldown, they cannot kill me, or there's a hero showing, so he's like, I'll just be in the lane. And so many times that they take this tier 1 tower in the safe lane early on because he's playing Terrorblade, so if they get like a kill, they get a rotation from the mid or the off lane, it opens up the map, and then also they don't have anywhere to TP2 to pressure him even more.
So who would you say out of Azure is the MVP
Silencer,
of this game?
Chalice, MVP, the offlane Silencer. My heart says that, but my brain would probably say, you know, Lou in this one because he carried really hard, but it's going to be Silencer, and in the end, of course, yeah. It's too dear to my heart, this offlane OP hero, Hand of Midas as his, like, 3rd item to be able to get the Hand of Midas and then get into Hex to be also initiator for the team. So good items overall on Chalice, and also didn't go for greedy. Sure, like, I think a lot of people would argue, especially in the chat, that Shard should be picked up because it's so good, you steal more intelligence. It's not about that. Sometimes it feels like, you know, 1,400 gold could be spent somewhere else. And he did the job. He understood like what his job is in this one, and my man carried from the offlane.
Yeah, I'd like to take this time to apologize to Chalice for doubting, and Silencer offlane. I know I doubted early on when I said looking like a position 5, but I immediately regret my decision, and I will take it back. I am sorry. I am just a scrub. I am not a pro. You are amazing, Chalice. Thumbs up. That's all I got. But it is a 2-1 lead here for Azure over Xtreme Gaming. And we'll see if they can book their ticket to TI in the next game. Game 4 coming up next, so stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break. We'll see you in a moment. Welcome back here to the Chinese TI regional qualifiers. We're in the grand final with Azure having a 2-1 lead here over the side of Xtreme Gaming. Going into game number 4, definitely the advantage is there for Azure, and, you know, they might just pick TB again on their way to a ticket punch. But if you're the side of Xtreme Gaming, Lacoste, what needs to change?
Be a bit more consistent when it comes down to like team fight execution, because I don't think you're gonna ask for a better start on your Phantom Assassin. She was 4-0 and 1. You got the first blood, and then like these rotations, you gotta be ready to match those rotations, because Tianming did a very good job rotating to that lane, then getting a kill, and also like stopping for XM from TPing in, and also providing any kind of a help, so they lose a tower. I feel like they could work definitely on being better at defending their own towers, because every single time, it also comes down to Azure having Terrorblade every single game. So you show up with this hero, you get the kill, you get the pick off first, and you turn that into tower. So maybe get something else, or maybe remove Terrorblade.
Yeah, it's still available. I'm definitely wondering if they just go straight back to TB, if they're gonna allow it to go through. Like, Brew's available, but TB's gotta go. I just think giving it to him every single game is a bit of a mistake.
I believe they banned Naga Siren. Yeah, both of those games. Even the third game they banned it, so they're more afraid of lose Naga Siren rather than Terrorblade. Terrorblade, he is illusion-based hero, but it's slightly different than Naga Siren, so they're giving more respect to Naga. Even though they managed to win against TB in the second game, it still feels like they might need to remove it in the second banning phase.
Right.
Unless they prep for it and have like counters all ready for him, something that you mentioned does make sense. Try to push him out of the lane early on. I think it needs to come out from XM, who needs to be that guy that like rotates to that lane and tries to get the kill. I like this opening a lot. Just like straight up Rubik, take it away from FY. There's a bunch of spells that you can steal. Like if you look at the like what they played in the previous game on side of Azure, this also potentially blocks heroes like OD, Alina as well. You might pick it, but these are like two of the probably best abilities that you can steal as Rubik. We're, you know, not talking about, you know, some fancy hook, black holes and stuff like that, but these like early cheap spells on low cooldown that they do a lot. So Azure, they will go with Clockwork one more time. Tianming looked really good on it. Third game, maybe a couple of hook shots off mark, but other than that, he always secures the lane for Lu.
Yeah, so this Rubik pick is interesting. I've talked about it throughout the qualifiers, that FY and Jinkyu are probably the two best Rubik players that were in this qualifier, and probably one of the two best Rubiks in the region. So it's always interesting to see when one gets it and the other does. It definitely a pick block as well. So I'm excited to see what this Rubik does for Jinkyu. We've talked about how flashy he can be, and there's that TB ban. Finally, Xtreme Gaming taking the Terrorblade out of the equation. Now can they win a game when it's not there, and they've made that ban? What will Azure go to? Lou's probably like, I have one hero pool. What's going on? I don't have anything else to play. But he was really known for his Phantom Assassin when he was coming up with YBB.
His hero pool hasn't really been high in the qualifiers. He played, of course, Naga TB, Faceless Void, Bloodseeker, Templar Assassin, and Troll. This is his hero pool. I mean, these qualifiers are only like 5 days long. It's not like you're playing at the majors, you're playing like the group stage with a lot of games. Would definitely be higher, but yeah, we might see something new coming out from Lu.
Yeah, we'll see what they end up going for eventually when we get there, of course. So, see what he wants as TA gets banned. Of course, we've seen that TA safe lane a couple of times as well, and that Techie's still getting banned. They just do not want to play against this hero, and not wanting to play, I would assume, more so like the aggressive play in the lane, but also that reactive taser with the lineups that they play.
Yeah, reactive taser, insane ability, also got slightly buffed as well. So Clockwork, also, like the value that they got from Clockwork in the previous game is like this rocket hitting when they're trying to go for Roche, scouting things out immediately. And now you have like the first pick in the second phase, and the enemy has like double pick, and you have double. Like it's just so hard to get used to new picking phase.
Right.
Xtreme Gaming's turn.
That's always weird. There's the Invoker. So, see how that goes through here for Azure Ray. That was played by Somnus, but talked about maybe whether or not they want to flex that at all.
10 seconds remaining.
But we'll see what Rubik ends up
5
getting
seconds
combined with in this moment, as you know, a lot of these bans for Azure Ray focused on Jinkyu, even though Rubik's already been picked. He's played that Primal Beast, the Techies, the Earth Spirit. Also, Earth Spirit, of course, being a flex, so is the Primal Beast. But a lot of Jinkyu banning.
Give him respect for a good reason. So they need to find like position 5 hero that is not threatened by Clockwork. Something that can maybe like get out of the cogs if they... I don't know if you want to commit to like Mirana. Mirana Rubik sounds slightly weak. Maybe it really depends on your whole composition, especially what's going to be coming out from your offlane.
Enchantress. So we're still getting different heroes coming into this BO5 in the 4th game.
There's no meta yet. There's like some of the heroes that you feel
no
are
TD.
strong, but yeah, you have Invoker, who's
10 seconds
like
remaining.
constantly picked. Same goes for Rubik. These heroes are very strong. You see Brewmaster. Brewmaster was like not
5
contested
seconds remaining.
in the previous game.
Yeah, it went completely unlooked at. So
Radiant
We might see it being picked up by Azure Ray. Well, maybe not now that there is Razor in the first phase. I think this is going to be mid-Razor against Invoker, so forcing Invoker to play Quasfex, use Tornado, because what Razor wants to do, like he feels, he pushes a lot of these
Dude,
matchups
2
into
minutes
his
really
own
fucking
comfort
short.
zone.
5 seconds remaining.
But this is very single target oriented. You have Enchantress, you have Razor, like locking onto the target, trying to kill it. Not much team fight from Xtreme Gaming, so something needs to come out from their offlane.
still a minute to play with in this reserve time for Azure Ray. Clockwork, you know, eventually they'll have Cogs with a Sunstrike potentially. You know, at one point they were looking for the Legion with this Sunstrike combo, but I don't really think Legion is going to do well in a game like this.
Let's see.
And you need to figure out, like, to have a bit of a flexibility, maybe put some kind of a hero that is good in the lane, in the safe lane against Razor. This is
Morphling
a
is
good
always
counter.
nice
Like this is
against
a
Razor.
great Razor counter. Morphling, he's one of the better late game carries, but he's also anti-carry, because like what Razor wants to do, he's also anti-carry, so you kind of mitigate that, and then against like Terrorblade, against a Lifestealer, you can just become a better version of them, pretty much, with all your insane agility.
ENG now has Sprink as a fucking shard.
Azure Ray's lineup, it looks really good. Alacrity Morph with no real silences. They have 0 silences. They have 1 stun from Rubik. Maybe they can steal something from Rubik, but from the Azure Ray, but overall, looks like a really good Morphling game so far.
Extreme Gaming's turn
So
to
they'll go to the Queen of Pain afterwards.
Okay, so it's Evoker.
This is a flex.
Switching up
Support.
the Invoker.
This is a flex as well. There's been a game where Jinkyu also played Queen of Pain the other day, so I think other teams will follow, play Queen of Pain as offlane. I mean, we just saw Chalice play
Or
offlane
position
Silencer,
support,
so
but
anything
okay.
can happen. We also discussed that this Invoker pick can be played on multiple roles on their team. Tian Ming did play it the other day, so keeping things open, a lot of damage, a lot of burst, also a hero. I think what they want to do is maybe even put Queen of Pain in the lane where Razor is. So they're going to wait to see where Razor's going to go, and then you can break the link. So you're taking a lot away from the Razor, so that's really good thinking from
I
Azure.
assume.
So
Well,
Free to
Lou
Play,
actually plays a
Chalice
bunch
has
of
played it
Razor
11
safe.
times with
I ain't
a
gonna assume shit.
63% win rate.
Not
Last
bad.
time he played it was in 2021, and then before that, the 2 games that he played it in 2017.
Extreme Gaming's turn.
Only 2 games since 2017.
Right, okay, so that's Lou
And
Void. That
there's
means
that
Razor's
faceless
probably
void
either mid or
from
off lane.
Xtreme. I mean, the flex is there. Like you said, TMing's played the Invoker.
Would
but
you
so
go
has
mid
F1. He played it
against
a lot
Quap?
when he was playing with Elephant. And then, you know, it just keeps a lot of things open.
lane Razor then.
10 seconds remaining.
They really hit their draft really well, so they don't know where these heroes are going to go. One thing that they don't have is save during the chronosphere. So whoever gets caught inside a chrono later on will most likely die. Maybe there's like tornado, pre-BKBs or whatever, a bit of a sonic wave to push them back. But overall, good Faceless Void pick. Like, there are no real silences. He can get away from Clockwork, jump out, and Night Stalker ban.
10
That's
seconds remaining.
that's a bit of an interesting one. I do like Night Stalker right now. I think he's in a really good spot. Needs because all of his abilities now like deal damage, and also it refreshes. Once you pop that ulti, it refreshes all of your abilities, shard as well. So you can like double heal with your ulti.
10 seconds.
There's so many things you can do with Night Stalker, and he's you know, not the strongest laner because
5
it's
seconds
daytime for the
remaining.
first 5 minutes, but he has high armor, high base region, good
Extreme
damage.
Gaming's turn to ban.
Is that maybe a thought at having the Enchantress, having that enchant, maybe thinking about picking up a Beastmaster for your offlane?
Yeah, because I was thinking maybe Lycan, maybe Beastmaster, but they banned out Brew, which is a good ban. So I like the way you're thinking. I think they need, you know,
10
some
seconds remaining.
strong lane presence, and they also need a bit
5
more team.
seconds
Like, sure, you have Chronosphere, but just by looking at these heroes, other than Faceless Void, single
Extreme
target oriented,
Gaming's turn to pick.
they're good in the lane, but slightly worried when you start running at these heroes.
So there's that Legion ban. We'll see what Extreme Gaming pick up. I'm potentially sensing a Brew.
10 seconds
Brew's banned.
remaining.
Or not a Brew, sorry. I meant Beastmaster. I just said it, and I
5
already
seconds.
forgot. But I appreciate that. The brain farts come again. What happens? So, 16 seconds to play with. I mean, it's lockdown. It makes sense. But they go Magnus. Whoa.
That's team fight. Like, I think that they needed some extra team fight. And this is gonna allow Faceless Void to like get some extra farm with Empower.
10 seconds remaining.
You also just gave Morphling another target to morph into. This is such a good Morphling game. There's one Chronosphere, maybe some RP lift, but I feel like other than that, if you survive through the Chronosphere, you're good to go.
Choose your hero.
Because you have like Razor to turn into, Magnus, Faceless Void. All of these targets are insanely good, and Chalice will bang out some Venomancer. So
Sure.
I don't mind it. It's a hero that Faceless Void does struggle in the lane against. This overtime damage, constant harassment from him does cause a lot of issue for Faceless Void. So they think that Lou, if he's off to a good start and they cripple Ghost, that he's going to have a harder time. Sure, there's some comeback mechanic with the Empower, but the Magnuses, they don't want to be playing for their carry. Like, I think you might need to be slightly more greedy, because if you like follow them around, there's not going to be anything left for you to farm, and you will have to, you know, get the items on your own. Like, also want to see if this is going to be some
Okay, let's see. They
aura
finished the
type
draft.
of a build, 'cause
JT,
you're playing
Magnus,
into Venom,
Magnus.
Queen of Pain, a lot of magical damage, so maybe some kind of a pipe, or if you want to scale, go for that Echo Saber Blink type of a build. Yet to see.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're still seeing a couple of new things here in the Magnus coming into this game 4, as well as the Enchantress. Like, things keep evolving in this BO5, and they're trying to keep it alive here for the side of Xtreme. And like you said, they had the Queen of Pain
I'm
ready
gonna
to go once they showed their
say.
madness. They picked where they wanted it to be. You said it could be flex. They throw it over mid.
I'm
I
gonna
like this lineup
say
from Azure. I like
Xtreme.
the Morphling, and I kind of have them favored here in this fourth game.
Yeah, I agree. They wanted to see where Razor's gonna go, so it's gonna be Xtreme, so Queen of Pain follows. In the end, Tian Ming will be playing position 5 Invoker, something that he did the other day, and it worked out really well for them. A lot of kill threat, like these are really strong laners that they have on their side. I want to see how many camps they're gonna block for Enchantress, so DY like needs to be just staying in the lane. Maybe if he finds a Purge Creep to remove Poison Sting, Venomous Gale, that could be big.
Just for the game 5.
Yeah,
No,
we're gonna
I
go
like their draft
full snap
actually
venom
more. They
scale
have Chrono
blood grenade to
RP
start this off,
tools
get a
to
first
deal with
blood.
their opponents.
All
Morphling is very
nearby,
scary,
Nuns
that I
gets
do agree
placed
with,
down
but
and will
I don't
spot
really
Jinky,
rate
but he's
Veno
also
that
got knobs
high.
of his own.
Laning wise,
They're
it's
not
going to be pretty
afraid to come
strong.
through from the trees, and FY immediately with the battery assault, but these heroes are a little bit far behind. One grenade slows him up. They've got the cold snap from a distance. Venomous Gale hits as well. The right clicks are there. The blood grenade hits, but JT's got to
Denied.
deny, and they won't be giving up that first blood.
If they don't get to deny, that's a big difference. They're getting a first kill, but now FY used Blood Grenade. Blood Grenades did get nerfed in terms of how many you have early on, so you will not have as much kill presence in the lane.
I mean, he's
Until
playing
you get the
against
second one.
Morphling. Don't really think he has in general kill presence in that lane.
Blood
And
grenades
Rubik leveled Lift, so
offline.
it's really shit
Used.
actually, because hitting the range
And they
creep
are gonna
means
play
Shockwave needs
3
to connect.
down here for a second, maybe still wanting that first blood. Or FY, is he just taking the twin gate? Yes. Okay. So he'll be there with Chalice. It's not the worst idea in the world. Battery Assault, as well as Cogs, when you hit level 2 with the Venomous Gale. Like, that's certainly something that can give you first blood potential.
Absolutely. I could see first blood happening in this lane. Bottom lane for Azure, not the strongest lane. Morphling, he needs like level 2, level 3, and he's also paired up with the Invoker. Tianming, because Quas has been changed.
Top
so it
lane's
doesn't
going to
give
be
you
held
that
for Xtreme, I
extra
think.
HP region, so you need to bring extra tangos, starting with 6, and also your Morphling will be consuming a lot of them.
Using that time early. It's a very
Oh, sorry. I'm just
long
like...
cooldown.
Ooh, both range creeps missed by Somnus.
I
Still
should
having
just
more
have
CS
normal
than
sleeping
Razor,
times
starting
again.
with Blink level 1.
Tomorrow,
having
Eastern
that
Europe
extra
starts,
damage
so I think I'll be there from
to
like the
secure some of
first
those range
match.
creeps.
And you said this Queen of Pain was going to go up
This
against
is
the Razor.
8
make sure
a.m.
the
my
static
time.
link just never really locks in. They do have Jinq to maybe come rotate eventually and have that telekinesis post blink to throw him back over. And if that blink stays on level 1, a 12-second cooldown definitely, you know, if it's down that long, could give them enough time on Xtreme Gaming to get a kill if they find the rotation.
I could see that happen. Blink level 1, range not the greatest, also longer cooldown. And
FY?
speaking of telekinesis, there it
Never
is,
know
the
what to
combo.
expect. I just don't
Yeah.
like Raze. It
Meanwhile,
can go wild.
DY is gonna get
Our
a kill
first
on
blood
FY. They'll look
secured,
over at
and they're
Lou.
trying to kill off
They'll try
Lou.
to get this kill onto the Morphling. They already got first blood at the top lane, and they should be able to get this
Well, he
fourth
was
as
full
well, and they
strength,
will.
so he dies.
So, 2 kills already for Xtreme Gaming. That one going the way of JT, and he is always looking for a way
Normally,
where his lane
Quap
can go
would
a
be
little bit
pretty
better than it
decent
has in the
against
past.
Razor, but because he's kind of forced to
Not sure
level
what happened, Tom, because
Blink
this was
on
the
the Quap,
first
or at least he
blood
level
by
Blink,
Enchantress Faceless
it's
Void.
not a
Faceless
great
Void
start.
Doesn't have that much
You need
lane
the
presence
dagger.
early on, kill threat, but I guess it was Enchantress.
Yeah, they just FY the battery assault ran out. They enchanted him.
DY?
Sold him up.
Let's see if Ghost can get a deny.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. No. Ooh, looked like it was there for him. Chalice gets that kill on a DY. Even with the Nature's Attendance, not enough to keep him alive. That could have been, you know, making it a little bit difficult. See if Flu and Tiamin can come back. They've got Tornado Cold Snap combo. So
Void
wanna
plus
try
Magnus
and
is free. It's a very strong
away
late.
Lou
I wouldn't
again,
say
maybe it
it's a
gets a
free
little
late
bit
game,
more
but it's a
difficult.
definitely a very strong late game.
Meanwhile, mid, Somnus starting to pull away a little bit. Just a touch, though. We've got Chalice, who's sitting top of the net worth. He had that one kill over on a DY. They're going to enchant up that Hellbear Smasher, and Gale on the Ghost. He still just has one level in that Time Walk, so it still is that long cooldown. If they were to maybe get a +1 on that, potentially, I would say maybe TMing coming through the Twin Gates.
But Morphling's
Yeah,
also
it's-
really strong
See
late
them do
game.
that. FY
He
getting
steals
completely
stats
zoned out in
from.
this lane. Blood
Actually, no, I
Parade,
don't think he
clap
does
from
steal
Tomato
stats
Creep,
anymore, right?
already down to half
What does
HP.
Morphling's new? Oh yeah, he
It's
does
very
the swap
difficult for
thingy,
him. I mean, sure, they managed to get that
where
one
you
kill,
can create an
but it
illusion.
also leaves
Yeah.
Faceless Void in 1 versus 1 scenario against
I mean,
Chalice,
in
who's gonna start to
general,
put in more pressure
turning
on
into
Faceless
Face
Void.
Void's
This,
always nice.
chip
Turning
harassment
into
damage
Razor's nice.
over time is very annoying for Faceless Void.
FY low on health, but surviving nonetheless. And Chalice, he's got that level 4, so he's got 2 in the Venomous Gale and the Poison Sting. And for the most part, he can really hold his own when it's this 1v1 matchup. Truthfully, he might be able to hold his own even with DY there. TMing, just getting this pull off over bottom. Been quiet since that kill onto Lou. But with the creep equilibrium where it's at, it's no surprise. TP over mid. FY comes over, refills that bottle for Somnus, who is inching ever so close to that level 6. And he does have a little bit more experience than that Razor in the lane.
There's a big difference in the mid lane. Like all 3 cores from Azure, top of
Yeah,
net
the
worth,
mid lane is actually
sense of
kind of
who's really
insane.
struggling.
Look at
He
that
has
difference.
less
28
CS
last hits
than
to
Queen of Pain
12.
has denies.
Somnus still just pressuring with this Shadow Strike.
That's
The
why I
3-1
was
will
wondering
go
why they
surprise.
didn't just
Another
put
one.
the Razor
XM.
off lane and put up a different mid
Plasma
laner
field,
against Swap.
Somnus out of the tower has to blink away. Oish.
Like, I
He
mean, they
almost played
probably. I
himself.
didn't see all the bans because I was
I
half
see the
asleep.
play that he's trying to
I
do.
assume
maybe
like
keep
Puck
him
was
low,
probably banned.
and then
And
wait
eventually-
until he gets level 6 and blast him off with the Sonic Wave. Because he's
Yeah.
very close. He needs 2 CS
Oh,
to
the
get that
EMP
level 6
connects.
on a mid lane.
Sad JT.
Dyer's courier has been killed.
DY gonna lose that courier to teaming. And Somnus, he will.
Oh, he's
I
gonna
was
pick up
say,
haste.
we'll have that level 6, but he is gonna pick up the haste that's over bottom. So now you need to be really careful.
He's going in for the play.
He's got the level 6. Now he's got the sips on the bottle. There's the Sonic Wave coming through and getting the kill on XM, and that's a solo kill. Exactly what he was lining up to do. Fills up that bottle, and he's gonna refill it with that bounty rune. I thought maybe for a second he was eyeing towards top, but when you've got haste and you can fill up that bottle again, might as well get those sips and continue to farm for free over mid.
Yeah, for a second, you know, it got me confused because of the recent changes to Sonic Wave, because it now gradually deals damage. So I'm like, wait, what?
Ghost might be in trouble. Time dilatation's there. FY now goes with a
Ghost.
Battery Assault. And Ghost, he's got
Leap.
Time Walk, but right into the cogs.
It was a courier,
Able to get away,
but yeah,
some
he's dead.
distance is not enough. As the tornado lands, they've got the blood grenade, and FY gets the kill on a Ghost.
This also gives them Urn of Shadow Charge and TP to the
Mid
mid
lane,
lane.
they're TPing all mid lane.
I'm not sure if they're gonna get
Stopped.
anything out of it, because they did not
Chalice
want
stopped it.
Chalice as well to TP to the mid lane. It would leave this lane completely empty, and what they want to do is kill off this tower, because right now Faceless Void, he needs to be in the jungle. He can't come back to this lane. He might get killed again.
Right, look
With
at his
one
items.
rotation
It's
from
a very
TMing,
sad
FY,
Razor.
I could see him dying again.
They might just get a kill here on XM one more time. Sonic Wave
Yeah.
still cooldown for 35 seconds, but they got the cogs
Paparazzi
as well as the
blows
EMP. Now
XM
you got
out
no
the
mana
water
left.
in
Static
terms
Blink
of
is there,
skill.
though, on FY. Tornado lands on both these heroes. Plasma Field is out.
I've watched
Shadow
a
Strike
bunch
is in.
of
They
the
get kill on
matches
XM.
with
Now they look
Extreme
over to
Gaming.
GT,
I
but he's
just
under
have
tier
not
2
seen
tower,
XM be the
so
one
he'll
that
be
does
safe.
the heavy
Somnus with another
carrying.
kill under
It's
his belt.
always
He's now
JT.
2-0 and sits top of the net worth.
6-minute run.
Aceless Void was hit with that ult too. So Chalice is on the chase. He's got that early urn. The ult wears off, but Chalice, he's got Venomous Gale in 4 seconds in the neutrals. Not gonna be able to
Ghost
get that
dead
kill, so
again.
Chalice solo kills this Ghost face.
Another one.
That's why I
And
said that
DY comes in.
might not need to come top. They might get
XM?
another kill and TP out, but they have no TPs. XM, this is a
Chalice
good
gets
rotation.
another. Tornado in, Chalice on the run, trying to get away, but they've got the skewer, and they should get the kill on a Chalice. JT gets that one.
At
I think
least
XM
they
would
get
like
some
to
kills in
have
response.
that, but they kill him none.
I'm wondering what Somnus is going to
Kill him
go
up at the tier
for.
1 tower, and
Oh.
know, though, he's very close to the Spirit Vessel.
Definitely wants to go for Q.
That's going to be a lot of damage over time. Somnus, he wants the kill. There's a rocket, blood grenade. Jin-Q
Yeah.
looks very dead.
Yeah, F-Boy's going to get credit for that.
Top tower is also extremely low.
JT's top of the net worth. They got the bottom tier 1 tower. They took it away from Lou.
Luckily, they still
That's
have
the first time
JT.
they've been able to kill this tier 1 tower in his lane early on in this series. Tornado comes and lands onto DY. They've got the cogs. They'll get this kill on the DY eventually. It's FY to get credit for that one once again. Ghost has Chrono, but he really doesn't want to use it.
Oh, Ghost is really having a bad time this game. Like, can't find any openings with the Chrono. Wants to join, maybe get a pick off, go back to farming. For now, it's just double raid band and Gloves of Haste. This is what Venomancer does
JT?
in the lane. JT, RP
He's got
is
RP,
available.
but Skewer, you use it.
Turns
you've
it so
got
that he gets
Crawford.
it close towards
How
Ghost.
much value is that? Time dilation comes
It's
through.
a
They do
kill.
give a kill over to Ghost, so that is the value that you really wanted out of it, right?
Yeah. And looking at the build on JT, he did max out Empower, and he just used it on Ghost, so that's going to be some extra farm coming out from him. It's not just
Yeah, Ghost.
Faces Void that was
JT is
struggling, it's
sacrificing his
also
own
XM.
game for Ghost.
Like this. If you look at his items, it's like Bracer, Magic Wand, Boots. It looks very sad that there is power treads being delivered as we speak, so that's going to look slightly better.
Go over mid for Jin-Q again. A scream of pain. Somnus throwing the Sonic Wave out. Ghost, though, gonna time walk that.
Chrono?
On to Jin-Q. They put a perfectly placed Chronosphere down because it lands on the TMing as well. They'll take out Somnus. They've got the Skewer. They'll get a second. JT on a killing spree. A good turnaround there from Xtreme Gaming as they take out both Somnus and the 5.
Not a bad move. This is a first Chrono usage, so they get the full value out of it. If Chalice is there, like, these fights are completely different. He's so annoying with 3 points in Poison Sting, Spirit Vessel. It's just, can they find people, both of them, like both of the supports need level 6, mostly Clockwork Invoker doesn't need it as much. On the other side, you have
Lou.
BY, who's level 5, Yan Mink, he's chasing Mrs.
Come on,
Tornado.
Ghost. Bash. Bash.
JT,
Bash.
no RP.
Ghost should stop playing percentage-based
Just turn
proc
around.
heroes.
A lot of heroes here for the side of Azure, right? Chalice farming up the jungle. He still sits top.
Oh,
of
something
net
is
worth
going
with this Ghost while
Orchid.
teaming
That
some
is
vision.
dangerous for his opponents this
Keep an
game.
eye on something that they can jump for.
I mean,
They've got Chalice off
not
to the side.
really for
Venom
Razor,
Scale
but
hits onto
definitely for
DY.
Void.
They've got the Spirit Vessel. Nature's Attendants will only do so much, but the Blink as well as the Skewer, the time dilation used,
Stolen
TMing in
Plague.
trouble. And yeah, that is that noxious plague stolen and thrown back over to Chalice. He's got a lot of kills. He's going to be worth a lot of gold. The adaptive
Plague.
strike, the waveform, looking for the RP,
Freddy.
F1,
Yo.
and Blue. They're in trouble. They take out the
JT is
Clockwork, they
playing
look over the
really,
Wolfling.
really
He's gonna
well.
try and pig pull his way to safety. Adaptive strike thrown back from Jin-Q. They've got waveform in 2 seconds.
Skewer
but the
back.
Blink as well as the Skewer. Can he get
Lou.
out? Waveform now, not going to get him up onto the high ground.
That's a
Telekinesis slams him
fat
down,
big
and
fight.
they will get the double kill for XM and a kill onto the Morph.
I think Lou thought that it's going to get him on the high ground, but it didn't. And also, Somnus, they need his damage. Like, they need this pushback from the Sonic Wave. They need damage from Screen of Pain. Because if there's no Chrono, he doesn't need to be afraid of, like, most of these abilities. Even though
Spirit
he only
Vessel.
has, like, 1 point in Blade
Tornado.
Strike. They should get them the kill on Jin-Q, but let's see if they can find anything else. There's that
Ooh,
six
hook
that he
shot.
just got.
Cogs are there. EMP is down.
Well, they
Spirit
do
Vessel
find
on
2
him.
kills quickly in
Somnus with the
response on
double kill.
Azure, and Quap is top net worth of the game. El
Back and
Chalice
forth,
is
it's
second.
12 minutes into the game, and we've got 23 kills.
Very action-packed game. Like was it the second or the third game where we didn't have first blood for like 7-8 minutes?
I think it was the second game.
JT, again, he feels like he needs to recover, even though he's in a relatively good spot, going for that Hand of Midas. Next, after finishing off Blink Dagger, so we'll have some extra teamfight presence with it, but also wants to get the farm off his own.
We're going multiple Hand of Midases on the side of Xtreme.
He's looking for a
I'm not a big
Maelstrom.
fan
I
of going
believe
for
he's picked up
2 in
Midas
one
as
team.
well, so Team Midas going on.
Because it's like a 4K net worth that you spend
Double
and you
Midas
get
against 0 Midases.
very little
On one
value
side. Oh,
realistically out of it.
No! Oh, God, DMing, show the high five. And he'll swipe your ancient creep. Grab
And
himself
gets a
a
neutral
token.
item. Might even pick up their bounty rune. Sorry, XP
Oh, Somnus! Ooh, his courier, that had so much on it.
rune. Oof, that's a full orchid. So not gonna have that for
Yeesh.
2 minutes. That's a big one, because you can still threaten the kills on like Razor, Magnus, Faceless Void. That's mostly for Faceless Void. Razor at least had some kind of a protection. He's gonna go into Manta style, had Illusion
Ming.
Rune in the bottle. And they got
Got the Wisdom Rune.
They
those XP
pick
runes.
both
Hookshot stolen.
Wisdom Runes.
They're
That's
fighting in two
nasty.
spots. They go to the RP. This is all why the Enchantress
From
is
this,
dying
dropping
off
low.
screen. They'll now look to at least get something out of it, and they get
Deny
Somnus. So
again.
JT gets the kill, and they get the deny on XM. They'll also finish off FY. So, multiple denies here for JT, and 2 kills going the way of Xtreme Gaming, and one of those being Somnus. Did not have that Orchid and won't for another minute.
If he had Orchid there, I think it changes things a lot. First, like Rubik doesn't get the hook shot off, and he might get out of the trouble. It's always a thing with Queen of Pain. Like at these early levels, especially if you go for the greedier build, max out your Shadow Strike.
Gallus
Queen
is
of
also
Pain
going Hand of Midas.
leaves
Fucking hell.
you
Why is everyone going
with
Hand
low
of
points
Midas?
and blink, and then you blink in, and you'll need some kind of a follow-up from your team to back you up out of the trouble.
So Chalice is going for a Midas.
Yeah, he sees that this game might go super late game, so he's prepping for it.
Yeah. So, have to see how the game goes in terms of like late game, knowing that these Midases are being built. Venomous Gale, EMP, you run into that. They'll get the mana and the damage and the kill. FY swiping it with the.
I've played a couple of games of Voker Post 4. It is fun, but it's a hard hero to master.
You're gonna get that short on TMing, right? And that EMP is gonna be so obnoxious.
Last game he played this position 5 Invoker. He went for drums, upgraded later to Boots of Bearing.
Which is what he's doing right now, yeah.
And he also got a lot of farm in that game
Found him.
because it was a longer game.
Stolen hook shot.
Ags as well.
Stolen Ghost Swap too. So Skewer and the kill. Not
Ghost
moving, even
is
with
third in net worth. What does he have now? Can he fight? No, he still only has a Hand of Midas.
2K lead, though, still
Maelstrom about to be delivered. Like, the dude still
still
doesn't
getting
have
farm, like-
any fighting farm.
Not one game have they slowed him down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Always manages to get the farm. It comes down to his team knowing how to play with 4. There's a big difference now that Somnus has this Orchid double damage, and he also has enough gold to buy full Witchblade. So basically, he's going to complete 2 massive items in 2 minutes.
So he's got double damage. See how this exchange goes. Ags being built next here. For
Chalice
the Venom
Midas.
Master.
They got
see-
scouted. He used Hand of Midas, and there was also a curse,
Oh.
but he's still got a shot.
Oh,
gonna
but
matter.
JT is the one that
was
gets
JT's
caught.
dead.
He who pinged it out. He's like, there's someone there.
Tornado the wrong direction. They have the dust on a Jinku. He's still dusted up. They've got the cold snap. They're going to get the Shadow Strike on him. So with the EMP, Noxious Plague used in the kill there onto that Rubik.
Quap's got
Gaming is doing
Orchid
so much,
and it's
involved in
Yep.
13
Can build up
out
that
of
Witchblade
17
pretty
kills as
quickly.
a position 5 Invoker. Pretty impressive.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh,
Dire's top tower is
Sonic Wave with the Orchid and the burn. They got Ghost. Somnus. Just one.
Basically a solo kill, FY.
They
Again,
haven't
trying to
gotten a
KS
kill
with the
or
rocket,
been
not effective.
competitive in
They
any
got
of the fights for a while now on Xtreme.
And they're trying to move over here. And they've also got the Ghost Walk again. There's a smoke used by Xtreme Gaming, and they do have RP, but they don't have the Void. And do you want to be making a move without him? FY, is he the kill you really want to get? They'll steal the rocket flare. They've got the vision, and they'll
They
skill
only
him back towards
oh,
XM.
but they're being
Oh,
surrounded
he's
right
stuck
now.
here. Here's the
FI
wave
still
for
alive.
the
Gets the
ammo
hook shot
right
off.
before he ends up dying, so that's gonna give him the availability to get the kill into XM. Now they look over at JT.
Okay.
Trying to get a kill there. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I mean, that's all.
Well,
last-second hook shot.
How
Because
the
they're gonna get
turntables
DY
have
too,
flipped
and
over.
It's a double kill for Lou. 3 heroes down on the side of Xtreme Gaming.
Tian Ming, he's still chasing. There's the Orchid
Yeah.
again.
Orchid on him. Somnus is gonna get this kill. Or Tian Ming's gonna
Azure
get the
is
kill.
better. They are
Support
just
keeps
better.
taking it.
They want to have supports scaling in this game. Like, there's a big difference between 2 position 5s in this game. Tian Ming again, making a move, TPing top immediately, setting things up
He
with
is
the Ghost Walk.
nonstop.
Whenever you say like,
legitimately
oh, he's
nonstop.
they have Ghost Walk, I think Faceless Void is like running down.
Time walking.
Yeah, the lane, using the time walk, trying to set things up.
Rip
With the
XG.
Chronosphere.
Yeah. I would have been a big
7K
supporter
for
of
Reno
Azure if they just
for
didn't
Azure.
do like
They're
act
all
like
over the place.
such
As soon as they picked
gigantic
up this
bricks at the
Orchid, I mean, picked up when the character
at
respawned. So it was that
Bali
for 2
Major.
minutes. You can see that they started to play much more aggressive.
I just can't. Okay, so they did 2 things at the Bali Major. They did,
They placed this ward
if
down.
I'm not
the Mighty
mistaken,
Minds.
the first was with the Nouns thing where
He
they
has
were.
just been his shadow.
Oh yeah, they were up against
honor of
Nouns and
women's
against
gaming, he is just
Bedboom, where they
shadowing him.
were against Bedboom. They were like, yeah, no, we want fucking pure band.
find
We
one.
we won't play if
You want
pure
it again.
plays. Rrrr.
EMP,
That one?
Spirit Vessel, Venomous Gale, Chalice. Always having charges ready to go on that vessel, and they get another kill, and that will be a 3rd charge now put back on it. FY 5, 6, and 13. He is involved in 18 of the 23 and 17 of the 23.
And the other one was
for
with Nouns that they were
Supports
playing
are
against
making the
Nouns and they
difference
used
in
that
this game.
Watcher bug.
Definitely.
JNQ stole Plague Wards.
Hook
Another
shot.
Hook shot.
Yeah, hook shot connects. Jinkyu in trouble. Spirit Vessel with the Venomous Gale combo. And they get another kill. FY swiping it once more. Kills for cores? I don't know what that means. Sunstrike off the mark, but the adaptive strike. Now the TP attempt. And XM is gone.
You're literally watch
Tornado.
Twitch stream, but I get it. You are a pure fan.
Uh,
No, no, no. I
nobody was
I
hurt.
100% agree with him being punished. Don't get me wrong.
Like that they're not giving them opportunity to farm their items. XM, he does have Manta style, but both Magnus
But the
and
fact
Faceless
that they
Void, have
were,
nothing to protect
like,
themselves against this
they
Spirit
lost the
Vessel,
series.
against Orchid from Queen of
The
Pain.
fact that the
Queen of Pain's going for Scotty as the next item.
obviously they
I'm
should
not
have
sure if
lost the
he's gonna
series.
commit
They
to
did
it.
lose the series,
Scotty
which
is the
they
third
would
item on
win,
Queen
and
of
I don't
Pain.
think that Pure had
Probably
anything to
hasn't
like
been
why
done in
him.
competitive Dota
It had
in the
nothing
last
to
couple of
do
years.
with him watching the stream or watching Nick's
I was thinking,
stream.
is there going to be an Ags we see?
I think he just made a dumb mistake because that's kind of
Somnus.
what Pure does. He makes dumb mistakes all the time.
There's that Boots of Bearing
But it's the fact that
going into the Silver Crest next. FY
like they put up some ultimatum.
Yules.
First of all, it should not even be possible
About it, net worth has not been
for
safe
him
in
to do
these
any of
games, but
that.
the
It should
10,000
not
net
be
worth lead here
possible
Azure.
for
Will it stick this time?
what's his name?
As they're trying to close up this series and book their ticket to TI, JT is ready with
For
the
33 to open up Spotify. It should not be possible for
Lou's going to be able to start shifting. He'll survive. Cogs are down. Noxious Plague. That's going to be
other
thrown on
guy
XM, and
to
XM
open
pop
up
the Manta.
like
Yules up into the air. Lou time walking forward,
anything.
they get the kill on Jinkyu.
They
use
should
the
not
sniper,
have
they
a
get the
browser
goes over
available. They
next
should
time,
not
a
be
king
able
with
to look at
tornado,
Twitch.
and they've got
There
the
should also
control.
be
They'll get
someone in the
kill.
fucking
TP
room.
just in time there for JT, but DY is not going to be so fortunate. 4 kills, losing nothing for the
Remember,
side of
it's the
Azure.
same
Ray,
dick
they'll
that
extend
drew
the
that
lead even
Nazi shit.
further,
Well, it's not Nazi
and
shit.
they
It
are
was a
just
Z.
getting
But
everything going their way.
no clue how he was not bad.
He
But
lands
that's
the
another
hook
one
shot
of
there
those
onto,
things
like,
where I
2
think he was
targets,
just
gets the
dumb.
cogs off,
He was
uses
dumb
Blade
and
Mail,
young, and he
refocus him
made a
down,
stupid mistake.
reflects
And
some
he
of that
is very
damage
good at
and
making
uses Yule
stupid
Scepter and
mistakes.
lives in the end. He's also with this Yule Scepter,
I
prepping
don't
for the
believe
late
that he has
stages of the
malicious
game,
intent
even if it
behind
comes
his
down to
actions.
that,
I
or-
think he's
because
just
they don't have
dumb.
any kind of save during the Chronosphere. So eventually, if the game lasts for another 20-25 minutes, he will upgrade it to Wind Waker and have something for it. And now this Roche belongs to Azure. Let's see who picks it up. It's going to be Lou. There's that replay. Look at the angle, because he didn't get the shift off, and then he lands it instantly onto Ghost. So no Chronosphere follow-up, and the plague spreads onto multiple people. Ghost was thinking about maybe using the Chronosphere and the beautiful pushback onto 3 with the Sonic Wave. This fight's completely over. Like, support's just making a hell of a difference in this one.
It's the support impact for sure that's the
I
difference.
mean, it's the
maker
same
on this
fucking
one.
symbol for Zoro.
And,
It's
Scotty
a
picked up
fucking
for
letter
Samus.
in the
He's also
alphabet.
looking next at a silver edge. They're gonna get.
It's
another
weird that you
kill
can
on
just
to
like
DY,
say
who
that,
is
okay, this is a
2-11-5.
symbol of the war
Double Scotty
that we have.
Never thought I'm
Just
gonna
like
see
pick
that.
up the letter A or
'Cause
something,
there's one
or
gonna be finished on Lu.
at least make
Yeah,
a fucking
Just needs
unique
to use the
symbol.
courier. They're all over the place, just constantly running at them. JT.
But yeah, I agree. Pure did he is very dumb in that sort of stuff.
Cold Snap, Orchid.
He's about to have enough gold for that eggs too.
Russian team versus Ukraine team felt really out of
RP.
place.
Gale was used, and they'll put Chalice right
I
there for them to
honestly
get kill.
don't
He also
even,
steals Venus
like-
Gale on Jinku, so XM getting
I
some
don't
gold, but
even
FY,
think
no
he
fear.
thought of that
No fear at all.
whatsoever.
Blade mail used,
More
and
of
they've got
a, I'm
Cogs
bored
around on JT, Cold
kinda
Snap
thing.
from TMing, and they're gonna get it themselves a
Drawing on the
return
map,
kill.
mini map.
FY involved.
Like if he actually drew a swastika, that one's a little bit
Every
more on the
single
nose.
time Extreme Gaming does something, Azure gets something
Oh,
of it back.
Orchid,
Oof.
Scream, and the damage. Sonic Wave. Oh, Ghost just surviving. He's in deny range, but the Scream of Pain is there for Somnus. They got another kill on him. He's dead for 50 seconds.
I don't think that it was a smart
Somnus
move.
also
I
needs a
think
damage
that he
dealer.
definitely
Look at
deserved
that
to be
attack
punished,
speed
and he did get punished.
From Scotty, having Orchid, Witchblade, Alacrity on top of him, wants to be able to scale, wants to be that another carry, not just put all eggs in one basket. Lu will solo take the tower in the mid lane.
His middle tower has fallen.
He's got that Scotty, so double Scotty timing. AC next for Somnus.
But there were a lot of
His
people that
gold.
were
I mean, he's
saying
got
that
more
he
gold than
should
Lu.
not be able to compete
also a big
ever
item
in
on Venom that
anything
we
ever
talk about.
again. Hell, some
That's
people even
Poison
called
Nova,
for it,
Aghanim
like,
Scepter upgrade.
kill him! Well,
He's
that
going for
goes
the
a
wing
little bit too far
toxicity.
for me.
With the shard in just a couple. He'll have
We've
that
all
in
done
a second.
stupid
Bottom
mistakes.
lane, XM,
We've
Somnus
all
spots him. Sunstrike, hook shot, there it is. Combo, Sunstrike not
Done
needed.
dumb
It missed.
things when we were
Blue
younger. Or at least I still
Putting in
do,
the
and I'm
carry,
older.
the carry damage.
You've said
just
stuff,
one adaptive strike. Every
handled things in
contribution's
a
always
way
there.
that you now think I'm an idiot.
It's a
Look
very
at the vision they
difficult
have on
game.
Azure.
Yeah, they just planted really deep vision, and every single time someone shows on that vision,
Team
that's
Gaming
also
should have
gonna
won
get
game 3.
deported probably on the high
Yep, but
ground.
it's their
TNA,
own fault that they sucked
he's
the donkey
chasing
nuts.
them.
Ooh, Ob Sentry combo, that sees them.
They're just being outplayed. Azure is
Trying to hold
deservedly
on
so
as
going to
TMA is
TI.
gonna pause.
Valve
Got a
banned
bit
for
of
way
lag.
less. Feels like they
Uh,
didn't ban because they did not want to stir up
Sure.
controversy against Russia in
Dallas
such a
is
period.
Laughing. Like, he's got
The
time
entire
to laugh,
world
and
Really
he would-
fast.
Stirred
Yeah,
up
that's
shit
insane.
against Russia in such a
Professional
period.
gamer, by the way, they're really good at using keyboard.
Every fucking company in the world, like, excommunicated
Seriously,
Russia
so
in
I
every
don't know
sense
what
of
was
the
said. I
word.
would,
You could not get
translate
paid
my
out by
phone, we don't have
Twitch
it.
anymore if you were Russian because PayPal doesn't work in Russia.
trying to
And
see.
like
Okay, Red.
everyone just
You know what? That helps.
blocked Russia in
understand
every
that.
aspect everywhere. So I don't think that
17,000
Valve was
network
busy with
lead. And the pressure's still
not
on.
wanting to stir up controversy against
Oh,
Russia.
Dust not hitting. Also, no longer in this qualifier.
They lost all their tier 2 towers, so now they can start sieging tier 3s as well. Minute left on Aegis.
What was
The
that
thing about
really
the
weird
lineup
laugh
now, when
right
you're
then
in
from
this
one of the
this
two?
kind of deficit, you misuse your chrono or RP, you might just lose the game off of that. Lose one
Yeah.
side, they start munching on the other, you go in, you die.
And Valve
'Cause they're
doesn't
not
ban
relying
for
on
anything
cooldowns. Sure,
really
you have, like,
except
Noxious
for
Plague, Sonic Wave,
322,
but other than that,
cheating
cooldowns are relatively
or
short.
account trading.
Nice.
Oh, great, Yules.
Or what?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Telekinesis, but the hook shots there. They go to the
Ghost
Sonic Wave,
going
that's
in,
how
gets the
punching
chrono
zeros.
off.
Ghost and gets the chrono, but the Sunstrike landing. Ghost
Bro,
is
he
the
dies
one. Oh my
while
God.
they're all
They
stuck in
landed the
chrono?
Sunstrike. They get a kill in halfway. They're gonna place down their own cogs with a tornado.
That was wild.
DY and Jinku. Somnus is in off from the side. Shadow Strike stolen from Jinkyu. Not sure it's gonna matter though. They've got the screen. They have
That
the
was
damage to
weird.
get the kill, and this is looking like the last dance. Skewer back, morphing into this Magnus. Blue gets a kill on a DY.
I don't think Valve. Oh yeah, and well, I guess they also banned for like sexual misconduct.
Like both of them so quick with the fingers on Magnus, who tries to go for the skewer back.
But I don't think Valve bans
Heals
for
after,
like
so even after he
making a
lands
stupid
from that heals,
remark
he's still
or some
silent, so
shit.
they focus him down.
I mean, they
And that's what
banned
we just
him
mentioned, like you
from them from
used your
competing at
victory,
TI.
There's not going to be Chronosphere for another 100 seconds. You still have RP at least. There's no... Let's see if they can get the Ravage off. By Ravage, I mean RP. It's a big one.
RP, but what else is there? They steal the tornado. I don't think it's going to matter. It was a big RP, but all for naught. Ghost is going to try and get out of this one with the time walk away. They've got the BKB being popped by XM. The Sunstrike! Oh, just missing the mark. It's not going to land on the faceless floor. He's still running away. Sonic's going in. Blue right-clicks on him. DY's got the Spirit Vessel. They're starting to do some damage here on the side of Xtreme Gaming, but Azure Ray, they're able to just disengage for free. They don't lose anything anyway.
Oh, imagine if they had Chrono there. Him hitting with Maelstrom, Empower, that could have been a disaster. It's just that they were unable to pull off that combo, so they had
I
to
hope
use
Team
these
Sexy does
abilities
well in
separately.
CIS quals. Also
JT
Storm.
Picking up Wisdom
Yeah.
Rune.
I don't know who I prefer to win in the CIS quals.
It's oh boy, not again. They have found JT. He doesn't have.
I'm curious to
buyback
see how
moves.
Navi's
God,
gonna
like
do.
in a game like this where he needs to be perfect, he's been what they needed. Yule's up into the air on an FY. They've got the static link going for a long time. Ghost is going to come back into the fight. He's got himself no chrono though, and they'll move in for more.
Look at that
Blue
damage.
right-clicking down XM. They've got the buyback available on both JT as well as XM. They're going to go after DY as the Somnus Queen of Pain cannot be stopped at the moment. There's the double.
Well,
there's
that's
the
a
kill,
fat
and all three
GG.
of these heroes have buyback. They're going to be forced to use them. Of
First pro
course.
sucks ass. Yeah, I
They
don't
have
really
one
like
more
the
fight
first
left
pro
in the
lineup.
tank. Azure Ray.
Ghost. Time dilation. Oh, the
No Chrono for 4 seconds.
Orchid. Manta. Ghost. Gone. He doesn't have buyback.
Even if he lands a Chrono there, I don't think they have enough damage to kill anyone.
Yeah, Navi played really well in Division 2.
They're
That's
going
why I
after
was
DY
thinking
one
maybe
more
Navi can
time.
do something
They'll
fun.
keep it going.
Like the big
Azure
Eastern European
Ray
teams
just
are all
slamming
qualified,
the
so it really
hammer
doesn't
down
matter
in
too
game
much.
number 4, and they'll call GG on Xtreme Gaming.
I hope next
They
year we get
formed
open
May 9th.
qualifiers
They
again
made
for
it to
TI, because
TI.
this
They
I
take the
honestly
series
think
3-1
that this
over
is kind of
Xtreme
boring, these
Gaming.
close qualifiers.
Azure Ray will be joining the rest at the
They're kind of
International.
shit.
Yeah, well deserved. This team, like ever since they formed, there's
I think the
a lot of
matches
focus on
can
the
be
team
pretty
for a
good, but
reason. You have these
open qualifiers were literally the best thing about TI. Like you had like random teams making their way all the way towards the close qualifiers towards TI. That was superior to everything everywhere all the time.
the way they're playing right now, chances of them going really deep into the tournament, that looks very realistic.
Yeah, I've a team that has really just been on the up and up since they formed in May. They look super crisp in this one. They have like
Too much
even
admin
series
work
alone,
for
it just
Gaben.
looks like they
It
have
actually is very
everything
little admin
available
work
to them
because you
to
just
keep
use
the
like
game
either
open
the
for Lou.
e-pulse
He has shown that, you know, with the right
system or the
with
facet
right
system.
players around him, he's
You actually don't have to
amazing
pay
at
staff anything extra. for
in a
open
qualifier in
qualifiers.
which many people thought Azure Ray was the third best team, they're the ones who qualify anyway. These fights are perfect.
Because Aster just like dropped down, and Xtreme Gaming, Azure Ray, they look like the two of the best teams
It's just
throughout these
really
TI
good.
qualifiers, and Azure Ray just you know, getting the dub, and I feel like they outdrafted them multiple times in this series.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, they gave up TB multiple times, which was kind of surprising with the way that Lou played it. Even though they beat it in game number 2, it still felt like, you know, Lou with this hero is a winning recipe 95% of the times. So it looks so good from Azure Ray. So Xtreme Gaming, I mean, they tried hard, but couldn't stop the immense pressure that Azure Ray put on them, not only in this game, but in this series.
Also,
Those
them,
two
like,
series
being
against
super flexible with the heroes that they're
Azure Ray,
picking.
well, it shows that
So,
they are definitely
owning this
the better
Queen of
ones.
Pain, who can go to any lane. Same goes for Invoker, even Clockwork.
Game
makes
3 they also
things
played
very
like shit. They just
difficult
played like shit.
for opponent to draft
Extreme
against
Gaming
them. At this point, like
deserve
the game was
to lose
already
this
over.
series.
They needed to execute perfectly. It was.
But yeah,
really
I'm
nice
gonna
RP
chill.
in
I'm
the
actually
previous
way,
fight,
way,
but
way,
no
way,
real
way more
follow-up,
tired
and,
than I
like,
anticipated. So
some
I'm
of
just
these
gonna
big
head
teamfight
into
ultis
that bed
is,
right
especially
there,
faces
and I'm
switch,
gonna
relatively
sleep
easy
for
to
give or take
counter,
an hour
where
or
you just
so, and
like,
then
oh,
hopefully
we're
be
having so much
rejuvenated.
advantage.
And tomorrow there is Eastern European DPC, baby. Woo! Okay, now I'm gonna sleep. Bye bye. I'll miss you.